Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto live stream. Little fun fact, I just ordered food, and I don't have freaking cutlery. So I'm definitely going to have to eat with my hands. A little fun side note. But how you guys all doing? Let me know in the chat box where you all are watching from. What a crazy day it is, huh? For XRP. What a crazy freaking day it has been. I got a lot to talk about with you guys. I got a lot to talk about with you guys. But let me quickly share the stream over in the Discord once more. I still have my mouth, how do you call it? Face mask on, because apparently you need that in this hotel and everywhere. Let me quickly share it on Twitter as well. Oh, what a crazy day here. I got all the info, guys. Do not worry. I'm going to talk about the Ripple hearing. Going to talk about exactly what's happening with Bitcoin. Going to talk about everything. So if you're worrying what's going on and what are we doing, what are most people doing, I got your answer. I got every single piece you are looking for. That's, again, why I go live stream. I only live stream when it's absolutely necessary. You guys have noticed that. I did a really quick stream like half an hour ago because I quickly wanted to inform everybody about the current situation. But right now we have some more time to go in depth on every single part of it. So, hey, I see a lot of different countries, man. It's crazy. It's crazy to see you guys all in here. We got instantly 1,000 people watching. That is insane. I don't think we've ever had 1,000 people this quick within one freaking minute. I didn't even share it in Discord yet. What a day it is, huh? What a day. Let me quickly share everyone. Live Ripple hearing, BTC dump, everything. I'm gonna quickly share. You guys are going nuts in the chat box, man. Wow, we got 1,200 people. Okay, that's crazy. So give me just a second to quickly share this, and there we go. I'll also give you guys the little rundown of what happened, let's say about an hour and a half ago. Once more, I already did a little small video about it, but I'm assuming most people did not see that because it was really an urgent update with no notification. So, all right. I also have my food laying around, so we'll eat that in just a second. I got some, what's the name? I don't know the name. Kung Pao beef with brown rice and some wafers. I don't know what it is. All right, but again, I have to call for cutlery. You guys will hear the call in just a second. Let me quickly go over everything then, and then we can, I guess, chill a little bit while I've done my story. So, two things primarily we're going to be talking about. One part, of course, is the Ripple hearing that's going to be coming out. And second part is why did everything dump? And I guess the third part then is what are we doing ourselves? First of all, what is going on? Well, really quickly, there's three major things. One, China regulations. There's one guy over in China right now, the vice premier, I don't know how you call it in English, the vice guy, whatever. The vice premier, his name is, it's somewhere in this article. Let's quickly see it. The name of the guy is Liu He, and he basically reiterated that the country planned to crack down on both Bitcoin mining and trading. So obviously that one wasn't too nice. That's actually rather annoying to see. Then again, we already knew that this is all coming because of the last couple of days. So it's not really coming as a surprise to all of us. Then part two, this is a quick summary version. Then a little bit later, we'll go into it in more depth, but now you have the rundown quickly. Hong Kong's financial services and Treasury Department have been talking about, getting some really heavy regulations going on for crypto exchanges and making it so that you as an individual cannot transact crypto anymore there on a trading level, not maybe transaction, but trading, only registered guys. And the last part is the Treasury Department over in the United States, basically the IRS wanting to know what you're doing in the crypto realm. They want your information. They want to know what you're trading if you're doing more than $10,000 and all that type of stuff. So that's the rundown. And it's, again, kind of a reply or a part two of the big dump that we saw a couple of days ago. Right now, we are retesting. This is basically what we said in live stream here as well. I told you guys a short would be best, and then most likely just take your profit here. Worked out perfectly right now, and let's see what's going to happen. So, give me a second to call the little housekeeper for some cutler motherfreaking. Let me see. What do I tell? Okay, let's see. Let's go. I call... there we go. She's not picking up. I'm on the phone in the hotel right now, so if I could, I can't. Hey, good evening. I'm asking to get some cutlery to the room. So a fork and a spoon and stuff. No, for one person. Okay. Can it be fast because I want to eat, yes? Yes, thank you very much. Okay, thank you. Handled it like a boss. You already know Dusty BC got this. I got freaking scared because the phone started I didn't know what to say anymore, man. Guys, I tried. So, okay, so that was a little that was a little bit of a could you guys hear me talk there? You guys said the mic was low. It's only because I was talking on the phone to the freaking housekeeping or the you guys know what I'm talking about. All right. So, yeah, what are we thinking here? Well, we were thinking that was going to go down. That's actually what I said about an hour ago. That's exactly what happened here. Now, from this point on forward, we got a 4-hour close just now, and I'm actually not that bearish, to be honest with you. Why? Well, mostly on the basis that what we saw a couple of days ago, I think was already kind of, having this dump inside of it. So let me kind of, say it in a little different way. We had a China announcement, I believe. Once more, you can correct me if I'm wrong, I believe on the 18th somewhere. And what was said in that statement was, again, China is looking to crack down on crypto. However, it wasn't really confirmed too much. It was just basically some speculation, together, of course, with some factual parts, but mostly just speculation. And I'm assuming that happened right around this area here when Bitcoin started to fall quite drastically. Once more, that's an assumption, but I think this assumption is definitely having some legitimacy behind it, right? So the mic is working, right? Hey, full arena, I'm mic is fine. Zero sound on my end. Hey, I think you guys are again trolling. Why do you keep doing that? It was the previous stream too. A lot of people said, "Is there zero sound?" I worked. Okay, now never mind. I trust the first couple of people, man. I think you guys are trolling me like crazy. But why are so many people saying it though? Is this normal that people troll like that? Maybe it's for some people, or maybe I'm what? The mic is delayed. Okay, that's definitely odd. I'm a little bit worried. Okay, we'll just keep going, and I think at least the majority of people are hearing it, so I think they're just trolling us, right? Again, guys, I'm no perfect streamer. I'm not too familiar with all the trolls just quite yet. I'll get it though. Don't worry about it. So I guess let's first go over the situation, then we'll go over strategy in just a second. So I would say the first part of all of this was in 2021. This little area here in the 18th, of May, when the first China announcement came out. They said, hey, we're looking to get some heavier regulations going on, and people reacted to it really negatively. Mostly, I think, because, first of all, Elon Musk also said again that Bitcoin is not that good. Vitalik then started to sell his crypto, and then Elon Musk actually, started to stop it from Tesla and all that. It was a really big week, a lot of negativity, a lot of fear. And that fear was capitalized on by some guys who really tried to push the price down right around this area. Because I've told you guys already, the whole China ordeal actually doesn't matter for anything. It really is not important at all. Because whatever China does is not, for example, reflected on Xrp. As an example, right? Because mining, any regulation in that department or energy or anything, whatever, it doesn't actually affect Xrp directly. You might say, oh, Dusty, but Huobi and all that type of stuff. Yes, some exchanges might have a little bit less operational, stuff. But again, that's some exchanges. We've also had XRP been banned from all those exchanges. That shouldn't, theoretically speaking, dump the price. If some people cannot buy it anymore, they will still find a way to buy it if they want to. And if they cannot buy it anymore, the price shouldn't necessarily dump. Because you already know, people, unless they go for a full-on crypto ban, banning it all the way, these regulations that just came out were on top of regulations that were already there. The regulations already there were already quite severe, and the only thing that was changed was that crypto companies now could not, work with, fintech companies, whatever you want to call it, could not interact with crypto anymore. And now what they're saying is that they want to kind of crack down and make that, what we just said, kind of a reality, but now also on mining and trading. So first, it was, I guess they've gone through a couple of phases. They've banned crypto altogether. They have definitely some ups and downs, but I would say that what's happening right now is kind of an extension of what we saw 2 days ago, 3 days ago. And I would say that the price has already kind of factored this all in. Because right now they're trying to crack down mining and crack down trading. However, that's kind of also what we saw here when no company anymore could interact with crypto. So right now it's kind of a continuation. So that's again how I like to view it right now. We are in a continuous motion from the dump which started here. This was kind of a recovery which wasn't necessarily good because the price should have just kept going down lower as again people accumulate from a point which is I guess how do you call it? Let me see the right word for it. Not reasonable, but basically just the real value where it should be. The price should have been lower mostly because, well, there was lingering regulation that didn't come through. It was only an announcement. And right now, again, it's only an announcement. It's not the actual regulation itself. It's not that, for example, the companies cannot work with it starting today. It's not that the mining or the trading is banned starting today. It's something which is going to be coming up, and now it's a proposed idea. So the price should go down a little bit, like we see right now, and then come back up because it's just an idea. Buy the rumor, sell the news. In this case, the other way around, sell the rumor and buy the actual news, for example. And that basically means people are selling it off like crazy until the real thing happens. But it might happen in a different sense. It might happen that the price dumps right now and then comes back up rather quickly because, once more, there's not really any incentive for the price to go down. And then dumps once the real thing happens. Because, well, Bitcoin is based upon mining for a good part. If China, where about 60, 70 freaking percent of the mining is going on, bans it, we're going to have a little bit of a problem on our hands, right? I think you guys can all get that too, right? And once more, let's quickly go over it because that would definitely be crazy. The second part, however, is that the price keeps going down right now because mostly fear and the newbies and everything like that. You know, these people are really fearful right now. So let's quickly go over the article here, which basically talks about anything. And it's kind of funny how this article was written just now. Bitcoin recovers after China crash. And then instantly afterwards, it's kind of a regret. Because, well, he made the article, and then a little bit afterwards, the price went down again. Huh. I thought that was pretty funny. I'm trying some food here as well. I just ordered, and then I was like, no, I have to live stream. But damn. Again, I got compound. What is it called in English? Compound beef. Compound. I don't know what the name is, man. But it's pretty delicious. And the cutlery is still not there, so I'm eating with my hands, but it's okay. A little bit of rice, a little bit of beef, a little bit of broccoli, and some wafers or something like that. Okay, let's go over this article. It's a good-ass article, guys. Don't get me wrong, it's a good one. Bitcoin's price has plunged again after reports that China has committed one more to launch a crackdown on crypto. In the space of 5 minutes, the price of Bitcoin lost more than 6% and appeared to be continuing to fall. Other larger cryptos, like Ethereum, were hit by similar sudden significant drops, and latest drop took it back down towards the lows that it approached in the wake of another report from China earlier this week that suggested authorities would be launching the new regulation of crypto. Over the course of the week, Bitcoin has now lost about 25%, and it's actually because of fears of regulation in specifically 3 areas. Once more, China, Hong Kong, and the United States right now. The losses have been even more dramatic. In some of these smaller coins, Ethereum, for example, has lost like 40%. And the latest drop, here comes the real sauce, amid reports that Chinese Premier Liu He had reiterated that the country planned to crack down on both Bitcoin mining and trading. His comments followed statements from 3 state-backed organizations. Earlier this week, once more, that's what we got before, that warned that digital currencies were not real, should not be used for purchases, and could face further regulatory changes from banks and other authorities. This was what was said last week. The only thing that kind of changed right now is that he focused on Bitcoin mining and trading. And I would say from that perspective, it's really not the new, but because such a huge amount of mining is happening over in China, it is that ridiculously scary. The threat and crackdown also came amid a government report in Hong Kong that indicated that crypto exchanges will have to be licensed by its market regulators, that only professional investors should be able to use them. Once more over in Hong Kong. Okay, so we got that down, right? You also know exactly what is going on. Now let's go over into what am I doing and what is my strategy. So I have 2 parts. One is we actually could have kind of executed that a little bit ago. I think on the 4-hour, what did I say previous live stream, guys? I said, let's go short until the end of things, right? Until the support has been hit, which we hit already, and now we're basically bouncing off from that again. Right now we have to wait, because we could have done 2 things. We could have actually bought this little support right here. We could have bought that and gone long, which is what happened right now. That would have been fine. We could have also gone short from this point forward, which in this case would have been a loss. Why would both be working? Why would you do that, and what's going on? Well, you could, for example, even at this level right now, short with a stop loss, for example. It depends on what leverage you're using. A stop loss could be right here at this area, but it could also be really kind of close, like for example, let's say around here. Why would that work? Well, a short right now would be kind of logical because there's just been some heavy news coming out. And since it only came out about an hour and a half ago, going short and basically betting against crypto right now wouldn't be the craziest idea. Because once more, going short basically means you think the price is going down. Over on Bybit is the exchange we're using. That would definitely work out in some way, shape, or form from the perspective that we're going to basically copy what we saw a couple of days ago, right? that could mean a lot of profit. We could also, again, I would, oh, okay, wait, give me a second. The cutlery. Okay, we got ourselves some cutlery. Okay, there we go. Okay, put the headset back on. Also, from a broader perspective, you can actually say that Bitcoin has been going on in a downtrend recently, and the downtrend can easily be spotted, right? You don't need any fancy technology for that. You can easily see how the downtrend has been forming recently because we're making lower lows, basically, right? You can see how it changed from making higher highs and higher lows to lower lows. It basically switched over once this point was hit right here. You guys can see exactly how this is moving along, right? So kind of together with that, you might say the trend has switched over. You might want to short. I'm not saying that. I'm actually saying, you know what? This is a lot of manipulation. I personally think we're not at the end of the bull run. I think this is going to continue on forward. This is a massive amount of fear, and people fearing on top of people fearing on top of people fearing is getting the price lower. Because I don't think the price should be this low. I don't think the price should be this low. I don't not think that that is a valid thing. I just think people are taking this way out of proportion right now. And that's basically what it's coming down to. The fact that people are overvaluing this China announcement, and then again, also undervaluing it from a different perspective. Let me tell you guys exactly why. And that's also why we could go long here. People are most likely overreacting to this announcement purely on the basis that nothing happened. He just said, yeah, we might go for some heavier crypto regulations, which is the same thing that he said a couple of days ago. So nothing new has happened here. Why would you go extra short in it? What happened? We knew that this was coming up. The only thing you might want to say there and might want to add is like, okay, we now are kind of confirming for ourselves that some heavier stuff is coming. So that's why we're negative. Yeah, I would say that's definitely valid. That's why you could short. That's the two scenarios. That's the two sides. It's both logical right now, which is why I'm saying, guys, if you have a trade open right now, they both are valid, but that's also the scary part. There's not one which is correct right now. You can try to get the bounce, basically. Try to get the bounce back upwards, maybe a W, for example, forming. You can also, however, try to short your way down because the news just came out, and usually the big people, the huge amount of people, don't hear it until a couple hours later. So I'm not going to say you should do anything right now. What we are doing, for example, is I am buying the freaking dip. B-D-free-D. I am buying the freaking dip all the way through to the bitter end. Philorine says China banned mining. They haven't banned mining, but they're looking at regulating mining in a negative sense. So that is definitely really bearish for Bitcoin. Kind of positive for XRP though, if you want to kind of throw that ball around. There's definitely some argument to be made for that. If Bitcoin gets some heavy regulations, it's at the start going to be negative for the entire crypto market like we saw right now. But in the end, it could be a really positive thing for XRP. Just quickly trying to get some bites in. I'll read you guys' chat. You know what? Yeah. So just comment now. If you have any question, comment it now. I'm gonna read everything, so I can take a couple of bites of my food, and then I'll try to get to you guys as many as possible, to as many questions. Because the last thing we're going to talk about, of course, is the hearing, which is happening in about an hour and 20 minutes. But we have some time before that's going on. Now, little side note, John Deeden said on Twitter, China is going to ban Bitcoin and crypto trading again. And Gensler says exchanges must be regulated to protect investors, which we talked about earlier today. The career government controlling bureaucrats are threatened. Crypto industry needs to stand together. Governments won't stop it, but can temporarily hurt it. I agree with that. Governments won't be able to stop crypto altogether, but they can definitely try to make your life kind of miserable, right? So be careful with that. And the hearing, by the way, has not been moved. I don't know who gave that argument out there. I think if the hearing were to be moved, that we'd know about it. But there's no official source that says it has been. And if it really is, I'll inform you guys as soon as I know about it. But I haven't seen anything akin to those lines. Nobody that I know has posted that. It's only a couple of you guys in the chat box. So I don't believe the hearing has been moved. I think we'll get the hearing, again, 1 hour and 20 minutes from now. And of course, I'm going to be streaming then once that all goes down as well. Of course, I cannot stream the thing itself, but I'm going to try call in and get you guys the juicy facts and news. You know what's funny, actually? If you look at Bitcoin from a daily perspective, it actually looked like it's picking back up the pace again. It actually looked really good until about an hour or so ago when the candle got really, really heavy. But if we actually don't close below this level right here, I would say that we're still in the good, right? If we don't close below this one, it still looks beautiful. Like we just kind of reversed now and coming back up again. And Dusty BC food review, it's good, but it's not amazing. Okay. I see a lot of you guys' questions, eh? Holy smokes. Okay, let's quickly ask, are you guys buying or are you guys too scared? Are you guys buying some or are you too scared? The hearing is going to be in 1 hour and 20 minutes. Does it need some spice? No, it's pretty good in terms of spice. It's just, I don't know, it's not that special. It's just, I don't know. Hey, Dusty, what do you propose the XRP price post-settlement? You mean post-settlement? Well, it depends on when we get the settlement, really. I mean, if it, for example, happens in a time like this, it would be pretty negative, you know? It would be pretty annoying because if Bitcoin is falling like crazy, obviously the price will react in a more negative sense as well. You know, it would not be as amazing. If we get some clarity or some settlement in a time where Bitcoin is prosperous or doing good, that would obviously be 10 times better because people are going to speculate crazier. And even though I do think that XRP on its own with a settlement might actually help the entire crypto market recover, it will definitely just be better if people are already positive. Because right now people are just fearful from the get-go, so they're less likely to put money in. But then again, I personally don't. Some people ask me, Dusty, do you think it's going to crash? I kept telling you guys yesterday as well. I think the value right now is too low. It is oversold. People are too afraid. It should not be this low. So I'm not thinking it's going to crash too much. But then again, we're going to see in the next couple of hours, though. Right? I've been preparing for it. As I just told you guys, there's a good chance that the majority of the people will not see this news for the next 9 or so hours. Think about it from a perspective of when does Australia wake up? When does Japan wake up? You're like, a lot of guys are not seeing this news for the next, let's say, 9 or so hours. And so there might be another crash tomorrow, quote unquote, morning, for me at least. Maybe for some of you guys tonight, if you're watching from America. As long as you're wary of that it's not necessarily clear. Since we didn't dump further right now, doesn't mean we're not going to continue on with that movement. Dusty, what do we expect tonight after hearing? Well, the hearing actually has two sides, right? I mean, of course, the hearing is, in this case, most interesting for what's going to be said, but it's also just another milestone. A lot of people have been talking about a settlement coming up. A lot of people have been talking about the fact that Ripple might lose this little small part of things, not the entire lawsuit, just this small little decision about financial advice. There's definitely a lot to be said right now. Let's put it like that. There's a lot of interesting stuff happening. Antoinette says, what happens if Bitcoin really crashed? Why must XRP also crash? I don't get it. Well, let's say, for example, that Microsoft, Google, Apple, and basically any company that you can think of all crashed at the same time. Do you also not think that almost every other penny or other big company, for example, would crash too? Obviously, because people stop having faith. People lose their faith. And even though every crypto is independent and with actual currencies it works differently, with the stock market, it's a really good example of it. Because people generally value them the same way. You of course have some assets which are in a negative correlation, but specifically the ones at the top, they have a really big correlation because, well, if Bitcoin does good, their whole portfolio, for example, does good, which means their XRP is also, they're more positive about the others usually. And because Bitcoin is usually about, let's say about 40% or so now, most of the time is about 60 or so percent. Well, yeah, if half of the market crashes, then obviously the whole market crashes. That's why actually we have a altcoin chart at the bottom here. The bottom right here, this shows the altcoins. So the market cap of all altcoins, this shows XRP on the hour. This shows Cardano. I don't know why we have that one open. You can actually take a look at XRP versus Bitcoin. That might be fun to see. Because that one plunged a little bit earlier, but yesterday. But it's picking back up the pace again. Because usually in times like this, we're seeing XRP outperform. And that's one thing I should really make clear. XRP should not be down. XRP should not go down because of the fact that this type of stuff is another reason why we should switch over from Bitcoin to XRP. So if we're talking crypto market, I'm saying let's wait it out till tomorrow. If we're talking XRP, I'm extremely bullish, except for the fact that this hearing might not be too amazing. However, we're going to cover every single part of it, though, so we'll see. Huh. You know what a lot of people in the chat box are saying? XRP will only go down from here. Mm-hmm. Sure, buddy. Please respond. XRP USD shorts up 46% today. All-time high. Is that a bad thing? I don't think so. People are trying to make money, you know. XRP shorts going up is not a bad thing. It just means people are trying to make some money with the downfall. Not a bad thing. Let them have their hustle. It's all good. It's all good. It doesn't really matter too much. If there's anything that matters, I'll definitely tell you. And the hearing later today, in about an hour from now, and 10 minutes, is going to be about Ripple's financial advice that they got given by some advisor. You'll hear it, all right? There's one video I made. I will quickly show you right here. This video, if you're watching right now, you want to know what the lawsuit hearing is going to be about, you can definitely watch this. It's called Ripple v. SEC hearing tomorrow. Here's exactly what's going on, plus what happened to the price. Already discussed it there, but things have kind of changed now because it goes to the whole China ordeal. And right now there's a negative narrative, so don't expect any really too positive. However, once more, I will make another video about this tomorrow. And hear from me. This news is negative for Bitcoin, really positive for XRP. Ilya says, hey man, please respond. What should we do with our XRP if it is deemed a security? I don't know. I don't know exactly, because every country is going to be different about that, right? I mean, what happens? I don't even know what exactly happens once it is called a security. What's going to happen to your XRP fee in the US? I really don't know. But I mean, that's like preparing for the worst. It's not an option in my head that XRP will deem a security. It's a 0% chance. So, you know, I don't agree with that. I don't think about that. You know what I mean? The hearing is happening in an hour. Hasn't happened yet, guys. An hour. By the way, our exchange is working again. For me, Binance is down right now. You know what, guys? We'll also listen to Rosie Rios real quick. I'm gonna grab that tweet. Where can I find it? If you guys know the Rosie Rios tweet, you can send it to me over on Twitter. Let me quickly look for it. The little video that she made. Once more, that's one of the members of Ripple's board. She had a little video earlier today. It was definitely quite interesting, but I lost it now. I don't know where it is. Oh, here we go. I have it already. Thank you. You guys are amazing. You know, we'll just quickly listen to this little video right here. Copyright, it's 24 seconds. Too bad. It's not long enough. Let me quickly get it ready on my phone here. I'm going to press the like button. 6,500 likes. Give me a little second. We'll listen to it now. There we go. Okay, let me put the sound on hard. Okay, I think there we go. You know, this is not easy because the phone, I have to do it with my phone. I have to put this phone sound into the microphone.
Think about cryptocurrency as a form of currency.
Dumbass me.
Well, I think the train's already left the station in terms of cryptocurrency. You may or may not know that I just joined the board of Ripple, and the reason why I chose to join that board, it's, in my opinion, one of the few cryptocurrency options out there that has a credible and legitimate use. So financial institutions use it to settle cross-border payments.
So yeah, I don't know what else I have to say about this. I mean, you guys can already get what she said right there is really freaking important, mostly on the basis that she knows money. If you don't know who this is, look her up. She knows money better than most people out there know money. Rosie Rios, look her up. We can actually do it myself. I can do it myself. Rosie Rios. Let me show you guys. Rosie. Rios. There we go. I typed in on Google it. All right, let me quickly show you guys who this girl, woman is. Rosie Guatemala Rios is an American academic. She serves as the 43rd treasurer of the U.S. and is a visiting scholar at the Radcliffe Institute for Advanced Study at Harvard University. She is the 43rd treasurer. And she basically says the train has already left the station, yada, yada, yada. Guys, it's all so close. It's also close by. Some people said it's all conspiracy. Why? You know what they said? Rosie Rios said that the train has left the station. It's all coming in now. And then a little bit after that, boom, Bitcoin mining has been touched upon. But together with that fact, you know what's funny is that Elon Musk basically talked about the centralization of Bitcoin mining over in China. Again, about a week before China comes out with some new regulations for crypto mining in China. At least some new proposed, by the way. They didn't actually ban anything just quite yet. They just said, hey, we are looking into it. It's interesting though, right? I can definitely see for myself as well how you would think that this is planned. Because it's also coincidental. It really is. Maybe we should just find some music so I can actually eat some food real quick. I think a lot of people are hating me now for not talking too much. I'll talk a lot again in like 5 minutes or so when I finish the food. I'm just reading everything you guys are saying. Don't worry about it. I'm reading. Somebody says, I'm scared. Should I be? I'm not scared. You scared, little boy? Let's make one other thing clear. I should. So, what I see really often in the chat box here is, I can buy a lot of XRP now, should I? You know what I would tell you? Layer your buys. Why do you want to buy all at once? Why do people have this idea that you should buy everything like that? You don't have to buy 10,000, all your dollars, for example, at one point. You could just buy now, and then buy, maybe in an hour or 5. You could just buy in some layers. You just buy your way down. Maybe you just buy 10% right now. I mean, we're down already from where we were yesterday, so it's already better. You don't need the best of the best of the best. A 3% difference ain't going to be anything anymore over the longer term. Don't worry too much about that type of stuff. At least my opinion, right? Not financial advice. I'm just reading what you guys are saying, man. It's pretty funny. Let's ask. Who's scared right now? In the crypto market? Are you watching? Are you scared? Let me just quickly ask. There's somebody says it's like really crumbly. It's like there's some. That's a little ASMR. There's like a lot of waivers. I'm not sure. It's Thai food. It's a compound beef with waivers. I never eaten this before, the little things, but it's not. Yeah, I don't know. Look at the chat box. If you're scared about hodling at crypto or whatever, take a little gander at the chat. I dropped something. Take a little gander at the chat box right now. You'll know enough. That's all I gotta say about it. You'll know enough. Yeah, man. Just any idea on price it could settle at after bull run? I'll tell you. Once more, guys, in about a couple of minutes, we'll talk about everything that's happening later tonight with the Ripple lawsuit, basically, with the hearing. Because it's happening in exactly 1 hour from now and 2 minutes. 1 hour and 2 minutes is the Ripple XRP hearing. And we're going to do everything we can live. Obviously, I'll do my best and my best and my best to get every single piece of content to you guys. But I don't know. I think today is going to be a little bit of a different of a day. Usually, the things are doing quite well, you know, when the hearing comes in. Right now, people are already fearful. So, mind you, if we get any negative result, people might act towards it. They might be really fearful. They might be like, the judge said this about XRP. What? Okay, a lot of you guys still are saying that there's going to be a rescheduling to next week. Show me then. Anybody, give me some plays. Who told you that it's rescheduled? Because I can't find it anywhere, so I don't think so. Some people said it started crashing exactly when I bought. Yeah, that's the fun part, huh? Thank you. It's not rescheduled. People are stupid. The Sunshine Act meeting is the 27th. Oh, I see what you guys are doing right there. A lot of people are understanding it wrong. There's two things. There's one, which is the basically Ripple v. SEC hearing. And there's one thing, which is the SEC meeting in closed, basically in private. They meet with each other to discuss something. There was one yesterday, the 20th, and there's one again in the 27th. Or that one was rescheduled maybe from 20th to 27th. Maybe that's it. So the SEC meeting is scheduled, but the, or maybe rescheduled. I'm not sure exactly about that. But the Ripple XRP SEC hearing is still there. Okay. Now we know, right? Now we know where the misunderstanding comes from. Okay. $2 in June? Yeah, we could. Definitely possible. Longest meal ever? Dude, I just wanted to eat something, but I have to keep talking, so it takes more. I think it's the smallest bag of food I've ever gotten. It should normally take me maybe a minute or 5, but since I keep talking, it's taking long. You know how awkward it is to sit here while I eat while there's 2,000 people watching? You know how uncomfortable I feel, man? This is not easy to me, you know? Maybe I should just I'll put the food away. You know, we'll talk about stuff. No, you guys saying sure. It's a small bag. It's like there's 1 cup of rice and there's some beef and some, what's it called? The little green trees thingies. What is it called now? Oh, it's the same in Dutch. Broccoli. Dumbass me. No, yeah, but I'll stop eating. I got scared now. You guys mock me. It's okay, man. It's okay. No, I put it away. Here we go. I got the cutlery for nothing. All right, let's discuss what's going on and what's happening. You know what? Screw you. So we are going to give you guys a little summary. So first of all, we got some regulations on the 18th. Yes, that was really fun. We got some extra regulation out on the 21st. However, there wasn't actually anything really that new that came in. It was just one official over in China who said, hey, we are thinking about getting some new regulations done. Right now, there was an hourly close. You can see the hourly close was green for XRP. This does not necessarily mean anything, as we haven't really retested these levels from a couple of days ago. I think actually yesterday. Yes, we haven't actually tested those levels once more, so we can't say that this was a proper retest. This is just now that, okay, we got some negative news, Bitcoin fell down, XRP is coming along with that, and right now XRP might reverse. It's however, a little bit odd, because you would kind of think that XRP's replies shouldn't go down as much as it did right here, because there's really no good basing for it. Literally, the price of Bitcoin is going down right now because people are anticipating some sort of negative thing to happen in the near future. For example, some heavy regulation. Those regulations were already expected though. Nothing changed. It's just fear on fear on fear. It's just some other guys making videos maybe saying, oh, it's going bad. It's not a bad thing. It's nothing happening. XRP should propel to the mother freaking moon right now. It should have gone up like some huge candle like this because the regulations are for mining. Trading, okay, but that's one part. That's what every crypto has. Mining does not concern XRP. So out of the top, let's quickly check. Out of this top right here, Bitcoin, boom, gone. Ethereum, boom, gone. We got XRP at the top, guys. What's going on? These two coins are mined right now. Even though Ethereum is switching over to proof of stake, it's taken another 1.5 years or so before it's there. Ethereum's proof of stake switch takes a long freaking time. But think about it, guys. There's a lot of positive stuff happening right now. And you don't see it. You might not see it because they don't want you to see it. They don't make you see. But if you dig deep enough and think about it, it's actually really bullish. So let's quickly see what else we had here. I had some stuff open. Here's the this is my own home Twitter. Let's quickly see if we can actually find something interesting happening here. There's actually a little bit of a conspiracy, I guess. Xrp Planet posted, you guys know this is a riddle. It looks like capital letters. It spells Ripple. You're welcome. Oh yeah, we talked about this one yesterday. Do you guys think this is real or fake? I don't really believe in anything akin to this one, specifically not if it comes from 4chan. If it's from 4chan, I instantly have doubts to the freaking core, because, logically, right? I don't think it's that strange that I don't believe in it at all. XP to take over, relax, eat. That's okay. I'll put the food down for now. I'll get it later. It's no worries. I have my buy order set at 75, 78, and 82. Okay, so we should also maybe go over strategy, maybe something like that. I have to do an update for Patreon here as well, but I'm logged out. So the Patreon, by the way, I don't know what happened to it, but it really messed me up because I can't log in anymore. So I'm thinking of a way how do but I'll fix it. For right now, XRP looks to have recovered. Maybe people have finally realized that it shouldn't be down. I don't think so, though. I think people don't realize that until really a lot later. So once more, be prepared for downfall. Don't expect things to just be good right now. Be prepared for anything to happen. It's definitely a scary period right now. So Bitcoin once more. This is really funny that the article came out. Let's see what else we had. State Council of China reiterates ban on Bitcoin mining and trading. BTC price drops below 37K. According to a report issued today, the Financial Stability and Development Committee of the State Council of China had a meeting. Okay, so they had a meeting. I didn't even know that. I thought it was just the the specific man, coming out with the report, but it's a meeting. Pointed out that the financial system resolutely implemented the decisions and deployments of the party, Central Committee, and the State Council. Wait, so the financial system resolutely implemented the decisions. Wait a minute. So wait, I have to sit down properly for this one. Wait. So, let's quickly see here. We got some news then. I'm just trying to figure out now if the mining and trading has not actually been implemented or just an idea. I'm assuming, as I read it here, that it's, of course, just still the idea, right? Because of the title as well. That in yet another reiteration, the State Council has brought up the crackdown on those things. They haven't necessarily cracked it down. It's not like they just reiterated it, that it's coming up. But here they do say, financial system resolutely implemented the decisions and appointments of the party. I guess of the party's increased support for the real economy. Credit policies, I should have maybe read further. Credit policies accurately adapted to the needs of the market entities and so forth. Okay. The report, however, also mentioned that the meeting had a purpose, work in aims to prevent and control financial risks. Obviously, they would say that because that's, of course, how you don't get too much panic. And there, the document reiterates that the crackdown on Bitcoin mining and trading behavior. According to media website Wu Blockchain, this is the first time that the highest level of Chinese government has clearly proposed a blow to the mining industry. Yeah, I'm not going to lie to you. It is pretty negative for Bitcoin. So if you're really a Bitcoin type of guy, this is definitely not nice. But for XRP, I don't think this should matter too much over the longer term. Only short term, this is really annoying. The news had a direct impact on the Bitcoin price, which tumbled, of course, quite drastically, a couple $1,000s in a really short amount of time. Then, breaking, Bitcoin crashes. Chinese Vice Premier Liu vows to crack down Bitcoin mining and trading. Okay, so it's all the same thing, though. We can actually, I'm going to look up Crypto Panic here on the side, see if we got any new news coming out. Crypto Panic, can we get it going? We can. Let's quickly see what we got going on. Let's quickly see what we have. So some of the most important ones are yield farmers are migrating to Polygon. So yeah, obviously Polygon has been moving really properly. Polygon is basically the bigger solution. It's basically, it was Matic before. Matic's layer 2 for Ethereum, and Polygon is basically a whole ecosystem on its own. Brooklyn, I can't read that. It's too, Brooklyn Nets in talks to start accepting Bitcoin. Okay, that's positive, but I don't really care about that. No, China did not ban Bitcoin. You know what? I'm gonna check that article out. It's a video. No, China did not ban Bitcoin. It's a video. Of course, they didn't ban it all the way. They're just, cracking down more and more and more. To be honest though with you, I don't really care about that type of stuff, man. It's so hard for me to tell that opinion to people. They don't accept it. They always just keep saying, "Oh, but Dusty, but they." No, let's again say it. I don't care about China. Oh wait, no, I should say I don't care about China. I don't care about these types of smaller parts because China doesn't matter that much. Not that important. Somebody says, thumbs up if you believe XRP is king coin. I like that. King coin. What's your favorite crypto? Like number one. If you had to pick only one crypto, which one would it be and why? Hong Kong to close crypto exchanges to all but professional investors is really annoying. We already covered that. State Council of China reiterates ban on Bitcoin mining and trading. BTC price drops below 37K. Bitcoin plunges 12% as China calls for crypto crackdown on crypto mining. And bullish on Ether, not Bitcoin. UK Parliament member mentions the flippening. Okay, that's also pretty funny. Flippening, huh? So flippening has two parts. There's one flippening, which is basically Bitcoin being overtaken by basically any altcoin for that matter, but also by its counterparts, for example, Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin SV or something like that. But the big flippening usually is either one coin taking over a Bitcoin or Ethereum specifically. If you see flippening, there's a good chance they mean Ethereum taking over Bitcoin in terms of market cap, that is. Chinese broker with 14 million users to launch international crypto trading services. He's not going to be able to do that anymore, though. Sorry, that's pretty funny. Yeah, okay. We got a good idea, I think, of what's going on here. A little conclusion, I guess, is it's actually less bad than a couple of days ago. You know why I'm assuming so, guys? I'm assuming it's less bad than a couple of days ago because it just came out. The news came out maximum three hours ago. So I am assuming that maximum 4 hours ago, let's say, that the majority of people will find it out in about, let's say 12 hours from now. 12 hours from now, maybe 9 hours from now, the majority of the people will notice and will know, and the price could plummet at about that time, which is what happened last week. No, I guess 2 days ago is when that happened. Mind that, if right now, let's prepare for the Ripple XRP hearing. So, little discussion. What's happening is Ripple had financial advice. Ripple says that is privileged information. We don't have to give it to you, SEC. And the SEC says, well, you do, because it's not privileged anymore, since, first of all, you are using that information with your third parties. And second of all, you are using this, I guess, a result from the lawsuit, not as an offense or not as a good defense on its own, but the result of what you got in your financial advice is going to be key for our offense, or basically our strike to your motion for fair. Let me say that differently. Our motion. Okay. No, I'll go 3 steps back because I'm blabbering a little bit. No, the SEC has a motion to compel, or basically a motion to strike one of Ripple's defenses, right? They want right now to get one of Ripple's 7 key defenses gone out of the system, poof, thrown out. Ripple is saying, no, we don't want that, obviously. They're trying to fight for it. Now, the SEC has come up with a little sneaky little plan to look at what Ripple got in terms of advice, so they, the SEC, can say that Ripple did not need fair notice. Fair notice basically is, hey, the SEC gives you a heads up that you're doing something wrong, so you know, right? Or at least that they tell the exchanges, for example, who asked the SEC if they were doing something wrong. Once more talking about Ripple then. And the SEC said no. So Ripple's saying, well, how could we have known if you didn't know or didn't tell us or didn't tell any third party? And the SEC is like, well, I mean, you already knew that was security from the get-go anyway, so why are you bothering? And right now, it's all going to be about this document, potentially, right? Because we don't know what is actually in the document. And whether or not the SEC is going to get it. So today, the hearing is going to be talking about exactly that. The judge is going to decide as to whether or not Ripple has to look through their records, basically with their attorney, and has to give over those documents to the SEC. The judge is going to rule on that. The judge is the only one that can judge them. No, that's just a little insider joke. Only the judge can judge me now. Yeah, so. Now, the judge is the only person who can actually say, you know what, Ripple, you have to give these documents over, and the SEC can look into all of it. You know what could be? If the documents don't have to be gifted to SEC, that's bullish for Ripple. So that basically means Ripple wins this little hearing, would be really nice. A second part would definitely be that, you know what, I should actually change the title of this video as well. I'll do that in just a second. The second part, I would say, would be that Ripple has to hand over the documents, and so on paper loses, but there's nothing of significance in those. So it's basically Ripple, significant for the SEC side of things, right? For the offense. There's only a significant side for Ripple, because if in a document then it said that, for example, Ripple really did not know it was security, or Ripple really just asked about some different stuff from their financial advisor, then it could be good, right? It's basically if Ripple said, hey, financial advisor, or whatever, is XRP a security? We think so. Can you quickly say it isn't? Or can you point out to us why XRP cannot be considered a security? Like something like that. It means that Ripple thought that XRP could be a security at one point or another, and that's already bad. We don't want that to happen. If Ripple thought it might be a security, that's really, really bad. So once more, it's going to really stem from it. I guess the most negative result would be if the SEC gets granted the document, so they get it, and then as well, that it basically says, Ripple says, hey, we think it's a security, can you fix it for us? You know, just some really shady stuff. But then again, think about it from your perspective too. If that really was the case, then would we be sad? No, we would be happy. If Ripple really tried to screw us over, I would be happy if the SEC were to find it out, but I don't think it's going to be possible. I do not think so. Yeah, I guess my percentage for Ripple winning is like, I don't even know what the percentage should be. Maybe like an 85%. Now, let's go for 90% on the global win. If we're talking specifically, I would say XRP winning let's do the percentages differently. The chance of XRP being deemed a security, I think, are about 3%. And that is only if the SEC goes do some shady stuff to just manipulate it that way. Because logically, by the system of law, this shouldn't happen. And that's again what Elon Musk also said, is that we don't respect the SEC, which I don't either, but we do respect the U.S. legal system. And I'm not as far to say that the U.S. legal system is, corrupted. I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. And I do think that if we go through the normal procedure like we are right now, that again, it's going to be all right. Again, my assumption, though, I cannot say that this is really factual, but it's my assumption. I just hit my little electric whatever bone in the little area, like your elbow. You know what I mean? I hit that real quick. Whatever, guys. No, I think you all get me though. That's kind of what's going on. Ripple, once more, XRP getting deemed security about 3% because the SEC might do some shady stuff. I believe in the U.S. legal system though. Ripple having to pay a fine, I would say, is a really high percentage too. And again, that's why I cannot say Ripple winning globally. If Ripple winning globally would basically mean there's no heavy sanctions against XRP, because XRP can still be used. XRP is not a security, but it still would basically come down to Ripple paying a fine of some sort. I just really firmly believe that Ripple cannot get out of this scotch-free unless, and that's again where the caveat kind of is, it comes in, if the SEC is kind of exposed for fraud or bias. The SEC today put up a couple of documents stating that they want to treat everything fairly. However, as you most likely have already noticed too, the SEC is not treating everything fairly. As for example, Ethereum and Bitcoin had a different, I don't know the English word. They treated it differently than XRP. They treated Bitcoin Ether differently than XRP. So they're definitely not being fair. Another one we can definitely talk about is that they are not. I should actually talk about that. The SEC is not trying to protect us, that's for sure. That's something they said. Even in the last paper, I made a video about that earlier. They said, we're doing this to protect the investor, blah, blah, blah. BS, man. Come on, be honest. The SEC, are they thinking it themselves? Come on. Trying to invest the investors? Stupid ass stuff, man. The hearing will start in about 45 minutes from now. 45 minutes. Again, 45 minutes. 45 minutes. XRP Ripple SEC hearing. 45 minutes. All right, because you guys keep asking. 45 minutes. It will start in 44 now. 44. All right. Maybe we should count it over every single minute. Every single minute. No, but like Moon Rambo says, they're not protecting anything. I mean, they might be, but it's their own asses then, if that's the case. Can we live stream it anywhere? I'm going to listen. I'm going to call in, but I'm definitely not going to live stream the actual sound itself. So I'll definitely try to get you guys as much info as possible, but I'm going to try not repeat any of her words directly, nor, just, you guys understand it like we do every single time. I'm just going to try my best to give you guys all the information. And once more, guys, if you didn't even catch on to it, I'll make sure that I get exactly what they're saying, and then I'll make a little summary video afterwards as well. But today, a lot of people were saying that that there was going to be that there was going to be a settlement today. I'm not exactly sure where that theory came up from. So a hearing, it usually takes about an hour and 15 minutes, let's say. It's like usually the hearing starts at about 10 past or something like that, maybe 15 past when it really gets going, and it takes about an hour. Call in number, I retweeted it. You can check my Twitter right now. Make sure you follow me over on Twitter, by the way, guys. It's on there, it's on there, it's on there. You'll definitely find it. It's one of my most recent posts. I will quickly retweet it for you, though, so you can actually find it. Let's see. I can also show you guys the number. I'll retweet it, and I'll show you guys the number right now. So the number is right here. This is what you got to call to get into it. They didn't actually announce how many spots there are, so it could be that it's going to be full, like an hour up front. And it might literally be that I'm not going to be able to call in. But you guys already know, dear Dusty BC, hey, your boy Dust is going to try his best to get into this hearing. Does it cost money to call from outside the USA? Yes, it does. Depends, right? If you have a package. I, for example, I've arranged it so it doesn't actually cost money. It costs a little bit. It costs a couple tens of dollars, but it's not like it's not like in Dubai. Normally, if you call in right there, it's like 100 and something, 125. Maybe it's going to be $140 to 140 euros. It's going to be $160 to call, right? It's a lot. MSM says 4,000 spots. How do you guys know though? They didn't announce it this time. I didn't see it. Where did you guys get the 4,000 from this time? How do you guys know there's 4,000 spots? Are you from the US? No. We are not from the US. Best wallet to keep crypto in? There's actually a lot of good ones. If you're looking for a hardware wallet, I use Ledger personally. Software, I use Exodus. And online, I would say just maybe a Binance or Coinbase, stuff like that, which is just, legit basically. Even though Coinbase, Binance under investigation, I would say Coinbase is the safest, online type of wallet, because they're regulated the most properly. So Coinbase can't really scam, and Coinbase getting hacked is a really small chance as well. At least they're most likely insured for most type of hacks out there. I read a post about 4K spots. Previous one had 4K spots. I don't know anything about 4K spots right now. I didn't see it anywhere, but whatever, it could be. It doesn't matter too much. You're legit only hype. Voila. Okay, man. Just, I guess leave then. Whatever. Wasn't sure. Tried asking earlier. A moderator blocked me. Okay. Let's see what you're talking about. $4 or more. XP is dead. XP to the oh, how is this funny, huh? You know how it changes. Right now, XP is going down, and people are going crazy. XP is going to zero. XP is going down here. And no, it's only when XP starts doing proper again. You just wait. All right, if XP takes this dip and recovers from it, it's only at those types of moments that people will be like, wow, XP, Dusty, should I buy right now? XP, oh, wow, it's going so well. Oh, I sold my coins. It's so low, haha. It's really funny. Dusty, won't XP be screwed if it drops to resistance level again? You mean a support level? Why? Why would it be screwed if it does? It depends. If it breaks through, of course, it's not that good. If it retests, it's not a bad thing. Bitcoin just had a quote-unquote, big dip happening, or whatever you want to call it. A big dip in terms of faith and news. People are already really fearful, so it would just conclude what we already knew. What they tell you, the charts, lol. For me, okay. Tom says, for me, it's win-win. If it goes down, I buy more. If it goes up, take out profits and wait for the next dip. Big deal. That's an easy way. You, I guess, have the mindset of thinking in dollars. I, for example, think in crypto or think in XRP coins. So the big difference is if you have a mindset of stacking dollars, it's a lot easier on some different degrees. I'll compare to you guys the differences. If you're a dollar type of thinker, you can buy it at any point. And as long as the price ever goes above there, you've done well. With me, if you buy into XRP, well, you have the same amount of coins regardless of how much time goes by, right? Unless you're using things like Flare or things like the bitrue wallet, which I use. So bitrue, for example, a link is down below, is what you can get a little bit of a yield on. There's also some other ones like Nexo, BlockFi, maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure. I use bitrue myself. Look for yourself where you can get some yield on XRP and use it. Why not? Don't go too much, maybe because those platforms, if they run away with your money, well, it's gone because you have to, put your money on there. But, I definitely do use it for a good bit. Now, where does it come the different thing? If you're thinking in US dollars, it's easier because you can just buy dips and sell out a little bit. If you're taking in crypto, it's a little bit more difficult because you're not just going to sell your crypto now and try to buy back, again, because, well, if I were to sell all my crypto right now and buy back, I would have to buy back cheaper. With US dollars, you can also just buy another dip. You don't have to buy cheaper to get the same amount of coins. Because if you're a crypto type of thing, you want more coins. If you're a US dollar type of thing, you want more dollars. Those things are not the same. If you want more dollars, it doesn't matter exactly where you buy because your base is the same. Your base is not volatile. You can just keep saying the same type of portion. With the US dollars, with the crypto base, it's the other way around. It's very difficult. Because it's too scary for me to just cash out to dollar right now. Because what if it goes up, right? What if it keeps going up? Eventually, I'll not have enough coins, right? It's not something I want. I just want to have those coins and be fine with them. If I make a little bit less money that way, okay, good. But I just want to have them. Let's quickly see what you guys are saying. Do you think they will settle today? I don't think so, no. I don't know exactly why they would settle, so let's assume no. If we do get something like that going, hey, that could be pretty cool, but let's assume no, because there's nothing really pointing towards that idea. The hearing is going to be in 36 minutes, guys. 36 minutes. Dino says the market is being manipulated down to buy in cheap for the big whales now. I mean, the market is potentially being manipulated, yes. I do assume that a lot of this news right now is coming out legitimately. However, China, I don't know if they really they care. I'm not sure if they really care about dropping or getting the price upwards. I don't know if they really care too much about that. You might, of course, make up an argument that they want the price as low as possible so people lose as much money as possible and become more dependent. It's definitely something you can put some 2 cents in. You can also say it differently. They want to make as much money because, well, that's a lot of money for the government as well. It's just two-sided. I'm just thinking, guys, I think the West here, a lot of us have actually taken... Oh, you guys, you speak so damn quick. I'll try to talk slower. I think our side of things, so basically the quote-unquote West, has taken it all out of proportion and decided to kind of dump it further than it needed to be. I don't think XRP should have dropped this significantly low, and even Bitcoin shouldn't, because there's no regulation just quite yet. Nothing happened, nothing changed. It's only a proposition. And for XRP, the regulation doesn't even apply to XRP. Only about the trading part, but the mining part, of course, is what the most important one is. I don't care about the whole trading part of things. China has banned Bitcoin so freaking often. Who cares about what they think? It is only because a lot of Bitcoin mining is happening over in China. Things are kind of chilly, right? Chilly, scary. But for XRP, that doesn't matter. Luis Monzon comes in with the $5, says, you got to pump it up. Maybe, man, if we actually keep pumping it up, we might get something going. Let me quickly grab here the Xrp chart on a 1 minute perspective. There we go. Look at that big crash, by the way. Look at how that goes. Right now, we're retesting the Fibonacci level, as you can clearly see right there, after breaking through. Take a little bit of bite of food, yeah? You know what? Let me quickly know in the chat box where you guys are watching from right now. I'm update the title of the video. Now what do I change the title to is the question. I'll just look what my different titles were called. Because I have no good idea. Okay, you guys are crazy in the chat box. There's so many people, man. You know what? It's actually mind-boggling to me how this is moving along. How many people just show up every time. And guys, by the way, I try my best to get you guys all the content as soon as possible. Again, I'm not even eating. I have my food getting freaking cold because I want to do the live stream as soon as possible and as good as possible. I try my best, you know what? Make sure you press the freaking subscribe button if you aren't yet, because I'll provide the news quickly. Not only XRP. If there's crypto news which is important, I'll definitely cover it. But we have some focus on XRP because that's the coin I think is going to perform, the best in the short term. Merrick Liz says, whales have leaks from hearing and they drop price. Well, why would the Bitcoin price drop then, though? I mean, that would be kind of illogical. Yeah, they don't care about XRP too much. The big guys are moving Bitcoin, but it's from China, right? Logically. Rive Ripple Hearing. Let me see what I called the previous one. Michael says, sonicboomtoken.org. Their marketing is crazy and roadmap looks nice. Pre-sale Monday. What do you think? So, thank you for the 10 pounds. I'm going to quickly say, I think usually people who donate to tell me that are people who are really involved with the project and who are trying to get some, quote unquote, free promotion. So I'll definitely not say go check it out. But I can say a lot of those meme coins right now are a really high risk, high reward type of crypto. And like right now, a lot of those meme coins have fallen way more than the general market has. So you're getting a really big discount. And there's a good chance that by picking them up right now, you're going to get some better yield than if you were to hold a Bitcoin or an Ethereum or something like that, or an XRP even. Then again, there's a good chance that if Bitcoin doesn't recover quickly enough, that those coins will just get obsolete in the short term and will only start pumping again after Bitcoin goes on a really ridiculous run in a little while, or Ethereum does, or some of those coins. So, yeah, Sonic Boom token itself, I'm not exactly sure about that, but I think you know my opinion now. It's like, yeah, I don't know. It's pumping too soon? It's not pumping yet, guys. It's not really doing too much, to be honest with you. A pump, that looks differently, man. This is not a pump. This is nothing. It's also not a real big dump, to be honest with you. It's actually kind of neutral. I'm quickly changing the title of the video because we are going to talk about the Ripple hearing from now forward. The dump is in the past. All that news in the past right now. We're going to talk about the future, about things which are going on right now and going to go on from here on forward. Let me see. I called the previous one Ripple lawsuit hearing. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I got it. Okay. Let me put it in. Let me change the thumbnail as well, if I can still find it from a couple of days ago. Yes. Okay, let me quickly see if I can find the thumbnail, because we're basically just going to talk now about, obviously, about the current situation of things, man. What else can I say right there? Lawsuit hearing is going to happen in 30 minutes from now, exactly. 30 minutes. You guys prepared for it? I'm prepared. I'm not as prepared as I would have liked to be, but we'll be good. Let me quickly see, guys. I'm just looking for the... I think this one is it. There we go. Okay. I changed everything. We got the title changed. We got the thumbnail changed. Now we're going to talk about the hearing. I'm going to have to quickly call somebody. So I'll just maybe mute my microphone. No, 10 minutes. Okay, we have 10 more minutes left. Because I'm going to have to make sure that everything is going properly. That I can call in. That I'm not going to be charged, $200. And I'm okay, so you know what? I'll see what Trey says, and then I'll try to do everything. Trey Miller says XRP to XLM is regulated. All 95% of unregulated coins will vanish. Thanks for the stream, Dusty. Trey, I would say XRP/XLM is not regulated yet, but they will get there. And XRP specifically right now is on the verge of getting it, right? I mean, regardless of how you see it, it's either a security or it isn't, but it's going to get the regulation. So there's no way it's not going to. The only question is, will it be in our benefit or will it be annoying for us? But you're right, though. 95% of the other cryptos are going to fall like crazy, so we're really, really lucky. All right, I'm gonna mute my microphone for 1 second. I'm gonna try a call for a little second, so I can make sure that I'm not gonna be charged $200 to call in. All right, otherwise we're gonna have to go start a GoFundMe because that's not fun. So give me like 2 minutes to call everybody. Why am I saying everybody? It's actually one person, and make sure that we get everything arranged properly. I'm doing it now. I'll just quickly arrange everything, and then I'll mute my microphone for a little second while I call. I have to grab some. Wait, I have 2 pairs of AirPods. Where could they be now? AirPods, where you at? Where's you AirPods? Where the freaking hell are those things? Let's see. Here we got one. This is good enough. Whatever. Oh, God, I am so freaking stupid. No way. Guys. You know why I'm stupid? You all saw me eating, right? I told you I have to call the freaking reception for cutlery. There's cutlery in the bag. There's even chopsticks in the bag. Dumbass me. See, this is what I get when I'm. Oh man, whatever. Let me put in these air thingies, and AirPods. Let me connect it to my phone. There we go. Okay. It is connected. Now I try to set up the call. Okay, let me see if I can do this properly. I'll put this to transparent. Okay. I'll send yes. So if you're wondering what I'm doing right now, I'm making sure that I'm not going to be charged like $200 to get into this call, but I'm going to make sure that we get whatever we need to talk about done. All right. I'm trying to call in. I'm going to try my best. So once it becomes relevant, I'll just quickly mute my microphone, right, to talk for a little second. But that's not just quite yet. I'm trying to fix everything. So once more, if I turn quiet for a little minute, I am fixing that, okay? Put your faith in me. Know what you hold. Yes, I know what I hold. Diamond hands, baby. You know what? Comment diamond hands in the chat box down below if you have diamond motherfucking hands, man. Comment it down below. Yes. I have diamond hands. What about you guys? Somebody says, why change the in title? Bait hook. How is there a bait? How is this clickbait? I don't get that sometimes, man. It makes me so angry when people say that. How is this clickbait? How? The title is live. Ripple hearing is today. What's the XP prize going to do? That's exactly what we're worried about. That's exactly what we're going to be talking about. That's exactly what's going on today. How is this clickbait? The case is in 26 minutes from now, guys. Come on, please. Okay, I'm going to mute my microphone for a little second. I got you now. I'm coming back. I'm arranging the call now, yeah? Can you guys still hear me? Test, test, test. I'm trying to call. I'm trying to make it, work. All right. So if you're wondering why is he not talking, I'm trying to make the stream. I'm trying to make it work. So give me just a minute to get everything arranged. It's 25 minutes until the hearing starts. So once more, if you don't hear me, why is no sound? I'm trying to fix it. All right. So I'm trying to fix so we can actually call in. It's not been rescheduled. No, it's in about 25 minutes. So give me just a little second to fix it. All right. Give me a second. Okay, we are gonna fix everything. No worries, no worries. People are leaving and asking, why are you not talking? Just wait a little second. We're fixing it. No worries. So once more. Took too damn long? What's this guy saying? Took too damn long. Ferdy says, sound is off at the moment as Dusty checking it out. Exactly, Ferdy. Ferdinand knows we're just trying to fix so we can actually call in. It's not as simple as some people make it out to be, man. So this is kind of difficult. So what again do you have to if you're gonna try call to the US, you have to add +1, I think, right? I think it's +1 and then the number, right? The international one. Let me quickly see. It is +1. Right? Am I right or am I wrong? I think it's +1, right? Can some of you guys confirm real quick? Dusty stream. By the way, no, I'm not going to stream the call itself. No, that's not allowed, so I will not be doing that. Definitely not. Yes. Okay, so it's +1 and then okay, good. Okay, I messed something up. Let me quickly see where I messed up. Let me see. It's plus. Uh, 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 it's. Yes. All right, boys. We are in. All right. All right. We are in. We are in. We are in. So now it's gonna be. Now it's gonna be a waiting game. We have 18 more minutes to go. Usually it takes another, I don't know, 10 or so minutes for it to really, start as to some degree. And the sound quality for me is awful. So yeah. So yeah. Once more, give me the number. Oh, yeah, it's on. It's on. Wait, I'm going to give you guys a number. Here it is. Here's the number. What we're calling. If you want to call in yourself, always do it a couple minutes before the conference starts or the hearing, because then you have a higher chance of it working. So yes, you're on hold. Yes, but it's better to be on hold than not to be inside. And again, guys, I'm going to try my best to make sure we get all the info, but it's definitely difficult, And once more, I'm not going to be saying the words directly. I'm going to try, make it as obvious as I'm going to try to make it as obvious as possible. But I'm not going to rebroadcast anything. Not going to stream the sound itself. I'm just going to try to give a summary of what they're saying, because I'm assuming that that's all allowed, right? But I'm not going to at all. Yeah, I guess you guys get it. I'm not gonna at all just give you the real stuff. You guys, I don't know. I'm trying to explain myself, but I think you're guys not stupid. You guys get it exactly. Just tell us the juicy bits. I'll try my best, man. Screen is unreadable, all fuzzy. Wayne, do not worry. People are putting it all in the chat box anyway. It's all public record. You can actually call in yourself, but you cannot rebroadcast it. It is not allowed, so please do not do that. I mean, I don't care if you do, but I'm not going to. It's allowed to tell us what is happening? I guess so, yeah. I'm going to... There's a 1,600 and something people in right now. So if you want to call in... All right. Yeah, so now it's a waiting game, guys. To be honest, now it's a waiting game. 1,063. Oh, I thought it was 1,600, whatever, man. Did you guys, let me quickly ask, did you guys press a button? She said, she says, if you want to press the button. Did you guys press it or was someone else? I didn't listen properly. Live is down? No, we're live. I was just listening, you know that? Hearing starts in 15 minutes from now, 15 minutes. Sound dusty. Don't worry, guys. If there's no sound, it's because I'm quickly checking something, all right? Do not worry. So the reason we have this in front of us right now is mostly because, well, I think a lot of people want to call in right now, so we're going to keep that as of this far. Did you guys press the star button or you didn't press anything? Claire says she pressed star. Oh, it's all silent right now for you guys too. Okay, I was a little bit scared. I was like, "Ooh, damn, maybe I messed up." No, it's good. Okay, you guys pressed. Yeah, at the start I pressed pound, and then afterwards it's like yeah. All right. Limited number for the call. We don't actually know. It could be that there's no limit this time. Maybe they just opened it and they just see, because they didn't actually add a number. So I'm actually thinking it's going to be 4,000 because that's what it's been all the time. But it could be anything for that matter. So about 15 more minutes. I am having I had a notepad. You know what? What do you guys? Should I also write them down over on I'll try to summarize them over on Twitter too. Because, well, I get a lot of followers that way, so it might be smart. But I would prefer, I guess, to just tell you. No, you know what? Screw it. I'm not going to do it on Twitter. I'll just tell you guys exactly what's going on, and you guys can help me over on Twitter then, whatever. We'll share it together. People will know from somebody else. It's going to be fine. And once more, guys, if my bill is going to be $160, you already know what's coming, right? There's going to be a big GoFundMe, right? Because Dusty's going to be broke. $170. I think it's $170. Once more, if I actually have to pay that much, you got me, right, boys? Let's go. No, it's gonna be fine. The line is indeed silent for most people. I guess for anybody. Maybe if you're a host, you get in right now, you call. And maybe that's it. That you're like introduce yourself and say if everybody's there for that type of stuff. Maybe. How long? 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Oh, Geometric says I gave you $1. Sorry, Geometric, I didn't even see it. Thank you very much, man, for the support. That's again to Dusty BC Fund. You guys saying 4,000 places confirmed? All right. 4,000 places confirmed. I don't know exactly how you guys confirmed that, but whatever. I think it's good. I'll write down on Twitter. I'll try to write as much as I can on Twitter. 12 minutes till the Ripple hearing. We'll be giving live updates on YouTube and maybe a couple important parts here. Because I'm thinking now it's going to be too difficult for me to actually scream everything. You know what I mean? Like, put everything out loud, and then also write summaries over on Twitter. I mean, I'm good. I'm trying my best, but I'm not a saint. I'm not that good. So I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that. I see a donation came in. All right, hey, Roy Ilt Inc. became a supporter. Oh, okay. Okay, just saying again, we're waiting for the meeting to assemble, so it's starting, but not really. It's like 10 more minutes. Chart screen, dude. I was just actually putting this up so people can still call in. So in a couple of minutes, we'll talk about the charting and whatnot. We'll go to charting and all that. All right. So once more, couple minutes, we'll go to charting. Right now, we are doing I guess nothing. We're just waiting a little bit. We're waiting for people. Maybe people want to call in. That's why I'm showing this right now. Chewer says, hey, Dusty, what did I miss? It's not going the right way. So there were some regulations coming in from China. Right now, I guess we're just waiting. That's it. Right now, we're waiting for the conference to start in 9 more minutes, 8-9 minutes. A link? There's no link. What do you mean with a link? There's right in front of you. There's the number to call. There's going to be no link. Amanda says, I'm on the call. Hey. There's not going to be a settlement today. About the settlement, guys, most likely there's nothing which points towards the fact there's going to be a settlement. Theoretically speaking, there could be, but let's not assume that, right? The chance of that is ridiculously small. So do not assume any settlement is going to be coming, like Ferdinand has already said. I mean, it's a small chance. So I would not assume if I were you. Are you calling in, Dusty? I have it in my ears right now, right? It's blasting. It's actually nothing blasting right now, but I am calling in, yes. Of course. You think your boy Dusty's going to let you down? Guys, if you aren't yet, make sure you press the freaking subscribe. The people in the chat box will know. I don't miss out on news. If there's news and Dusty BC doesn't cover it, that's a big problem. Oh, I feel offended that you asked me if I'm on the call. Of course I'm on the call. I just told you. Even if it is $180, I would still do it for you. No worries. I got you. I told you already. I got you. By the way, guys, be careful. If you're from some countries. I don't know which one. There might be cost involved. It's not free to call. The line itself is free, I'm assuming. But if you're going to call from the UK, like somebody's asking here, to the US, it might cost you a lot of money, all right? So make sure you understand that. And please open the chart. They say, I will open the chart once the hearing starts. Right now, people can still call in. And I want to put this up for if people were interested in the number or something like that, right? So here you go. How to call it? You should add a +1 in front of the international number if you're trying to call from any other country, I guess. It's like if you want to call to the, to the US, you guys know what to do. I just asked it to confirm as well. You add +1 in front of it. How's your food? The food is getting cold. It's still in the same spot. So yeah. I mean, the food. I ate a bite and a half. Is it free from USA? I'm not from the USA, bro. I have no idea. Check it. Maybe you just call for 1 minute and see your bill. Right? With me, for example, I can see after 1 minute, I think it was a €1 exactly, or €1.02 before. What is the access code? It's right in front of you. 493-4010. 493-4010. That's the access code. And then a pound, I think. Yeah. If you have any questions, ask Ferdinand as well. He's in the chat and he knows. He knows this stuff, so ask. Show a face pic. Let me see what you look like. We're doing a face reveal at 150,000, so that might be coming up. Okay, we got 5 more minutes, boys. Ladies and gentlemen, we got 5 more minutes to go. Ooh, it's getting pretty hot in here, I'm not gonna lie. Is the hearing today? Yes, 5 more minutes. I'm gonna try my best as best, but please guys understand with me as well. I might not be able to catch everything. I try my best as best. But it's, first of all, it's not my native language. It is English. And second of all, it goes fast. And the trick is also, they are talking, right? And I have to then see what they're saying. And then whilst they're saying that, I have to give you the summary. So I'm going to obviously miss something in the little, that section over there. But I'm going to try my best. So please understand if I can't get everything or I say, wait. If I say stuff like that, I'm trying. But, I'm not perfect. But I will try my best. Of course. When will the hearing be? Once more, guys, 5 more minutes. Most likely it starts at let's say 15 or so, because they usually start and then it's like a verification. It's like, attorneys on Ripple's side, and they say, yeah, President, any objections or stuff like that. I don't know exactly what they say. It's like a couple minutes at the start where they just go back and forward, just kind of confirming a couple of things. Just repeat exactly what they say. Oh, yeah, the judge is now saying, hey, tell me who's with you, basically. Okay, so this one, I'm not going to recite anything. The judge basically asked the SEC side who is with you right now, and he's saying some names, but I'm not going to recite those names. Who cares about those names, man? Okay, so she has a list of people who are attending on the SEC side, and he just recited that list to confirm. And I'm not sure. There's a lot of freaking names, bro. Let's wait. This is not important. We'll see. Oh, yeah, now we get Mr. Callahan. Now it's Ripple side, basically. All right, but guys, once more, I'm not going to put it on loudspeaker. All right, chart now. Okay, we show chart. It's just introductions right now, guys. Someone says, speak all what they say is not speaker. If you say everything what they say. Joni, I tried to do that with the judge, but I'm not going to attempt that because it's too much like rebroadcasting, even if I just, talk about it too much. So I don't want to risk that. You know what I mean? I'm going to try once more. Let me know in the chat box where you guys are watching from right now. Put it down. Where you guys are watching from. Can't you act the conversation out with hand puppets? I mean, maybe I could have. That would have been pretty funny. You see me with the hand puppets, just I just act as if, yeah, that's a pretty good idea. Maybe next time, you know what? Yeah, and like Unknown says, we'll just say important things. I'm gonna try my best to also summarize it over on Twitter, but we'll see. Okay, I'm preparing. And guys, as I just said as well, I'm going to try hold a thread over on Twitter, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do that. I'll definitely keep you guys updated on here, though. I'm already trying my best. I mean, once more, I'm trying to also, kind of not dig my own grave here because I'm just afraid that they're going to talk again like last time when it was really difficult, man. I tried, but it was really difficult because they went fast in some points, man. But at least whatever the judge says, I'll make sure that we get it because that's the most important. Again, if you want a little bit of an idea of what's going to happen right now, the hearing is starting in right now. It should start. She didn't say anything yet. They just confirmed the speakers just now, or at least both sides. What's going to happen now is they're going to talk about both sides of the financial advice argument. So once more, the SEC says Ripple received financial advice from somebody. They want that advice because they think it's important in basically dislocating whatever, getting one of the Ripple's defenses out of the way. Ripple is saying, well, since we're not using this financial advice in this case at all, why would we give it to you since it's privileged? SEC says, no, it's not privileged because you've used it with third parties. Ripple says, no, that's not true because of some reason I don't actually know. So today, okay, the judge is just checking again. Nothing specifically. Like Top Gun says, 4,500 people watching. Make sure you press the subscribe button. No, actually, like button. Hey, if you're watching right now and you like what I do here, I try my best. I told you, I tried my best. Make sure you press that like button right now. If you appreciate what's going on here, just help out the video a little bit. It doesn't give me money, doesn't give me anything. All you're doing is just making the video perform a little bit better, which again shows it to more people. I think YouTube shows it to a couple extra people. That's all you're doing. All right. Again, it's not putting any money in my pocket. It's just some token of appreciation. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Again, if you want the number, I'll show it one last time. It is over here. Here we go. One last time. If you're calling internationally, I think you have to add +1. And once more, don't forget the access code is right over there. You can check my Twitter, though, if you are wondering about it. It's not difficult. So there we go. Hey, Slinky. Well, Slinky1284. Welcome. He became a supporter. Welcome to the channel. We're going to try almost daily live streams, by the way. So, yeah. Yes, I do speak Dutch, yes. Somebody says, give us live recording, you stupid ass. I can't. If I could, I would have, but I can't. Hey, Jeroen Nikolai coming in with the 229 with the thumbs up. Thank you very much. John Doe says, just a discovery hearing over Ripple's financial advice years ago. SEC might win this argument, but that isn't the most important aspect of the case. That's for sure. And once more, guys, if the SEC wins, it's not the end of the world, this type of stuff. It's actually not that bad, really. But let's just discover. Let's see. And as time goes on here, again, we'll know. Andrew S. coming in with the $5 saying, you are not Marv Albert, but this is a good try. We all appreciate the effort. To be honest, I'm not exactly sure who Marv Albert. Maybe I'm stupid. Maybe I don't remember. I'm also in a little bit of stress right now. If you don't, if you understand, there's 5,000 people watching me, and I have to again paraphrase everything they're saying. So I'm, my butt cheeks are tight, very much so. We're sitting here, and we're gonna do this. I'm gonna drink a little bit of water. Well, she got no pressure. Yeah, no, I mean, there's no pressure. There's no pressure. Okay. 5,000 people watching. Whew, okay. There's not, so many people say like 3,300 to 2K people watching. No, there's almost 5,000. Just update your live stream. You'll see. There's 4,901 people watching right as we speak. So, yes, once more, my butt cheeks are clenched. Getting ready. Okay. How long does it take? Usually about 60 minutes. 60 minutes. From the moment she starts. And I already told you, it usually takes about 10 minutes or so to start. Who do you support in the Formula One? To be honest, I don't want to actually, I never want to pick sides, you know that? On the YouTube at least. I wanted to go see Formula One in real life actually with some of the other crypto boys. But then I thought, you know what, why? I can also just watch it on television. Geometric Art coming in with the $2 saying you got to pump it up. By the way, once the live stream starts, I'm going to be fully focused. So if you guys are saying something in the chat box, I'm most likely not going to read it. I'll be 100% focused on listening to what those guys are saying and trying my best to get it out to you guys, all right? So once more, don't expect me to read everything you guys are saying. I'm, once more, level 1,000 focus. Oh, I'm pretty excited, though. What is going to happen? I do speak Dutch, yes. Hey, Savage 600RR says, where's the party at when we win? With the 50 freaking pounds. That's a big boy. Look at that, man. 50 pounds coming in. That's crazy. I've never seen that color, to be honest. The pink one either. And by the way, if you're wondering what's going on right now, you can still hear like it's just a little bit of background noise. I think of the judge maybe, but they're not doing anything. No talking, nothing like that. I'll tell you if it happens. Do not worry about it. Do not fret. Boys. Once more, I got you. Don't worry for a single second. If you worry, get out of the chat. Nothing happened. But thank you very much for the $50 or pounds. Carlos coming in with the me. And Tsunami76 coming in with the £5 saying, hypothetically, if Ripple loses the case, what would happen to XRP price in the short term? How low do you think it will go in long term? Well, short term, it's really difficult to say because it actually depends. I mean, Bitcoin right now should have actually gone down. XRP should have gone up or stayed up at least. Since that didn't happen, things get, again, a lot more difficult now. Because why did this happen? We can't really say. Is it manipulation? Is it because of regulation? Well, regulation, obviously, but maybe also the former, where it is also manipulation. So if we take that into consideration... Judge is talking. I'm sorry, guys. She just said something. I don't know what she said. It's not important. I think it's just a one-liner. So if you think from that perspective, it's also difficult to say what the price short-term or long-term is going to be because we don't know exactly what is pushing it. Is this lawsuit relevant? Yes, but not that relevant because, well, otherwise we would have seen a bigger correlation. But we're mostly correlating with Bitcoin. Hey guys, if you're watching right now, make sure you press that like button. Let's get to at least 2,500 likes. If you're watching right now, make sure you press that button. Let's get to 2,500. There's 5,500 people watching. Why not press the like? It helps. All it does is show the video to more people. That's literally it. That's all it does. So why not? More of XRP community is going to be in this chat then. I think last time we also had 5,500 people watching. Right now we already have it before the hearing freaking starts. That is insane. Let's put your predictions down. How many XRP community members do you think will watch this as time moves on here? It's I mean, it should have started a couple minutes ago, but we're waiting. There we go. Yeah, Jorge Terrero is just saying, hey, I'm calling from SEC side. Yeah, you just have Martin Flumenbaum, Kellogg, and the Jorge Tenero from the SEC. One more guy, I don't know his name, but those guys just introduced themselves really quickly. It's just basically the judge asks, hey, both sides, state your purpose, say who you are, I mean. Oh yeah, Matt Solomon from Mr. Garlinghouse now. She's just saying every lawyer, whenever they speak, they should quickly tell their name before they speak, so the court reporter can note it down properly. Yeah. She's saying the question right now is whether or not the fair notice defense is relevant, and whether or not they basically should give over those documents regarding the privilege of financial advice. Oh, she asked if the fair notice defense is a subjective defense or not, and Ripple has to kind of say why it is not subjective. And why it's relevant. As she should be permitted to test and robust this defense. I'm not sure exactly what she means with that. Okay, second question. What sort of testing are you suggesting about the fair notice defense? Okay, two questions. Okay, one of Ripple's guys now explaining why the fair notice defense is relevant. Whoa. She she shouted all of a sudden. She says, "Quiet, over there." They're talking about the Upton case right now. Ripple's lawyer saying again why it's relevant. He's just basically going to the same points, like it's one of our most key defenses. The question is whether or not the rule is being enforced in the Uphold case. No? I don't know. She says these cases are slightly different because there was not a question about. Because theirs was clear. There was some dispute about a very clear rule. We don't have that here, she says. She just basically says that it's basically different, and he says, well, we have 2 points. We want different clarity. We provide different clarity. Okay, he said our rules are clear. It's about how it's going and the lack of action from the SEC side. He asserts that twice. The lack of action from the SEC side. In a Chipotle case. Yeah. Okay. If the defendants voluntarily inject their state of mind in the case, then whether it's from an objective or a subjective part. They openly admitted that their state of mind is what this defense is all about. He can point to a couple of letters. If there's confusion in the mind of market participants, then they win the defense, or they win. If there's confusion in the market participants, the SEC cannot let the matter of law prevail. They've directly inserted their state of mind as a defense, or no, as an attack of their defense. This is difficult, guys, this specific part. I'll give you a summary afterwards, don't worry. Yeah, okay. Hey, they believe XRP is not an investment contract. They've been doing this for years, and they don't believe XRP is an investment contract. And the Ripple got the confused idea that what they were doing was legal. And the SEC has injected their state of mind into all of it. Yeah. Now they're going back on that. They got some advice from lawyers. They're going to talk about that. Okay. He's going to answer the second question. How do we test and what do we be testing? They turned into a settlement with Vincent. Or Vincent called it a virtual currency. We will test that defense. If there's advice. Or a lawyer might tell them, oh, if they're, okay. If they got that advice, that for example could be a security, they would have taken it, or the other way around. But they got advice that it wasn't in 2012 and from a London law firm in another year. Fair notice requires a person of reasonable intelligence. This guy. Nah. It's very elaborate, guys. He's going really in depth as to why, how they should be testing it, quote unquote. But even that, this testing is very vague. He's talking about the fair notice defense and how Ripple once more didn't really know because they've been asking for financial advice to different parties, and really, if the SC would have given them anything, they would have taken it, but they never did. And the SEC is now saying that they want to be in your mind. What did the lawyers tell you? The judge says, you just said you might have to see what the lawyer said? Oh, my call is lagging a little bit. Okay, he says the advice we already submitted could actually already kind of explain how he would test it. He's talking again about the Chipotle, but also says again that's not relevant. The legal memos from A support the fair notice defense. Yeah. We'll actually quickly go over what Rob has been saying. I got it on the side. Yeah, I'll open this one. Because this is what he's saying now. I can't understand. Rob says the memo correctly clarifies the legality of XRP from the past. Ripple should have relied on their lawyers and go with that. They should not have waited from advice from the SEC. Says that Ripple says that the SEC action tells the market how to act. The lawyer disagrees. The call is not a good quality today, man. It's not very nice. Okay, the judge basically again talks about how it could be unconstitutional because it's so vague, the rules. It seems to me that the fair notice defense is much more akin to a kind of challenge of, and exactly, Ripple side goes in. It's a completely different challenge. And he refers to the motion to strike that the SEC put up. Because the SEC has said in the motion to strike that's not the defense that they're making. They're saying in the opposition to their motion to strike that that's not what this is about. Yeah. A docket 70. The bottom line is that they must look at the exact context as to what's basically falls under fair notice in this specific case, per case, as a relative standard. Oh, he says if that was the defense, it would not be here. This is not solely a legal question, he says. Okay, he's now saying something really important. The SEC said if there's confusion in the thought process, basically, of the security question in Ripple's side, then they win. He's not talking about a lot of different offenses, basically, that the SEC could use, but they're not doing that because they knew they would not be able to win. They've decided to move away from the objective legal question to make it so that in this specific, I get what he's saying now. So the SEC has a purely legal question, right? But that's not the one that they're going for right now. They've mixed and matched in a certain way where now it's really situational, in this case, for this case specific. And that's what the dispute is about right now. If it were only to be about the law, they wouldn't be here. But the SEC knew they couldn't win that way, so they're trying to kind of bend it in their benefit. Oh, he's not saying that the SEC is making a faith defense, but they're basically saying, we don't know, but we think. And Ripple's making the exact same defense as the individual defendants are making. There's no dispute that this advice will be relevant to the individual defendants either. He's not basically making a kind of a question. He pops up like, it should be fair for both Ripple and the Chris Larsen and Brett Garlinghouse, because the SEC is trying to kind of eat on both sides of the pie, or whatever you want to say there, where either they have to go for a purely legal side of things or the exact opposite, but they're now trying to go for one side for Ripple and the other side exactly for the individual defendants, so Brett Garlinghouse and Chris Larsen. He says, and we're here because they're putting a certain state of mind into play. And he refers to Chipotle a lot, but I have no idea about the Chipotle case, guys. So I'm not sure about that. Oh. Okay, so the SEC is alleging basically that if Ripple gave advice and they're not using that advice, they can never argue again that they were confused, and that would make the SEC side basically quote unquote win. Okay, Judge is talking. SEC, the judge doesn't necessarily sound that excited about Ripple's side. She's disputing that it doesn't actually, the whole factual legal thing of things doesn't actually talk about the state of mind that the SEC had. That was had. They're arguing that the conduct of the SEC and of the market created a lot of clarity from the question of how Xrp should be regulated. And that it's not entirely clear to me. So why Ripple's state of mind on that question is relevant. And the way I've been thinking about it, in part, is that if a lawyer, either 5 years ago or in this lawsuit specifically, might look at various facts, might look at various actions, and say, based on this landscape, I find that it's clear that that it's clear or it's not clear that Xrp is Ripple security. I don't know what she's saying now about the state of mind at a certain time, and Ripple's lawyers providing that assessment is just one expert opinion of what the excerpt was. That's relying much more on the external factor and not what an expert would do when she evaluating. Whoa! Somebody said, "Woo hoo!" Somebody said, somebody came in and said, "Woo hoo!" What happened? That was pretty funny. By the way, I'm just reciting the judge. It's not me thinking of this. I'm just reciting what she's saying. Her reading of the... There's a lot of background noise all of a sudden. A lot of background noise. There's people saying woo-hoo-hoo in right now. Are you guys hearing that too, or am I being like call bombed, or what's going on? I can't... There's a lot of background noise. There's one guy screaming woo-hoo. I'm not even kidding. He's saying eh. Am I being call bombed, or what's this? Huh. Okay, so the judge is done talking. It's now getting back to Ripple's side of things. He's talking again about the Chipotle case specifically. And about the party's state of mind. It's a dispute about state of mind, really. It's actually a dispute about what is being told and what is factually correct. And I would assume that he's trying to say now that since they were told that is what they're doing is good. Let's see what he says. Yeah, so he's going over the whole Chipotle case, but I don't know anything about that case. Oh, they're laughing really hard. It's not clear. Guys, it's not as clear as previous times. It's a lot more difficult. First is a case-by-case question. So this is just Ripple's attorney, right? Explaining why it's different from different cases. Well, actually, he says it's kind of similar, but it should be looked at case by case. You can't really compare it to different cases we've had before. And now he's explaining how in 2012 and 13, the lawyers gave them advice on Xrp. He says, even if it's true, even if you just want to focus on external factors, then he goes to talk about the lawyers. It's really the judge came in as well. This guy's once more, guys. I've done this now three times. He is going fast, and he's not really being clear because he's talking about a lot of previous cases and going on about the same exact rambling about external and internal factors, referencing a lot of different cases they've had before, like, for example, Chipotle. The judge is clear, though, so we'll get that one again. Ripple shouldn't be able to put out a defense that looks at the state of mind of the SEC. It's basically an unfair that it's about state of mind, but also case-to-case basis, but also only external factors. Those are the three things he puts up. Like maybe he's already said those three things 50 times now. Hey, confusion in the mind of every market participant. And that's them. They were market participants. He's only talking about Chipotle. Chipotle, Chipotle, Chipotle. It's not, this is hard. No, this part I can't. I just don't know what he's talking about. He's talking again only about the Chipotle case. Once the judge concludes something here, I'll give you the conclusion. We'll just talk about exactly what she says. There's people saying "woo" here and there, and there's interruptions left and right. This one is a little bit more annoying, guys. It's difficult. Okay. Okay, so he's saying that the SEC side will say that we believe what the market participants believe, that's basically what matters. But then again, the other side of things is again that it's actually, again, the factual things that matter. I guess that's basically what his debacle is about here, in then 1,000 times more words. And it doesn't... He also thinks there shouldn't be a distinction in what type of things they received and from what sources they received their quote-unquote advice. For example, New York Times or their lawyers. Or he doesn't see why. We will cabin out what they were told. Okay, it doesn't matter who said something in this case. He says, why would it matter if a lawyer said anything about the security department of things? Okay, he's saying the SEC is trying to make an argument on what they believe, based it on what they believe, and they're trying to say that, they're trying to kind of bundle Ripple's and the individual defendants' defenses together. The judge says that they believe as well that Ripple's are market participants. And so if you're talking about the market participants and what they think, then Ripple's also part of that assessment, is what the judge is saying. And she also says we can look and see what Ripple did, but you know what the conduct does? And to your point about Mr. Garlinghouse sending an email after the speech email is basically saying, again, that quote-unquote Brett Garlinghouse, I think, said that, whoa, if you explain it like that, XRP does really look like a security. And he's saying, why does it matter if he said that or a lawyer got that before? Right? And she also says the law usually, or normally, protects those pieces of information. If you already have some of these memos, then I will provide it from Ripple to third party, even though what Ripple's conduct was, to know what actions it took. You know what it was saying to third parties, to strangers. Why do you need additional interference from the attorney-client's communications? Why is that assessment critical to your ability to defend against this something? Oh, Your Honor, because of the damage control, I think it says. Okay. Attorney is talking again. It says, yeah, we have to tell them what the attorneys actually told us, or told them. Okay, so the SEC chose what type of quote-unquote, what type of things to disclose, and the SEC knew as well that if they gave everything up, basically all the thoughts from the government, that it would have been game over. And they disclosed only what they wanted to, being subjective. For example, the talks from FinCEN from before. And Ripple now says you have so much of the information. You have statements, you have everything. But they say, no, what you are thinking is relevant. Because if you are confused, how can we not be confused? And he says, the opposite side of that is, if you are not confused, why does it matter if you were confused? And having only the memos that Ripple's chose to disclose, is it really a fight with the fairness principle? He refers again to Chipotle. It goes on about the client attorney privilege now. He's not talking about what could be in the lawyer statements and what the different scenarios would mean for the SEC. So, for example, what if the lawyers did say something about the confusion, and now the judge comes in and says, oh, you cut off for a little bit? They're talking through each other for a little bit. Very annoying. Okay, if Ripple got some advice saying that it's confusing, it's going to help them. And we'll not be able to keep up the affirmative defense. But if that's not the advice we got, and if the speech doesn't really say anything about the conduct, We need one more subscriber to get to 120,000, by the way. Who's going to be the 120,000 sub? Just a little question. I just noticed it now. We're like 119,998. So we need 2 more, but 2. Let me know if you're the 120,000 subscriber. That'd be pretty funny. Yeah, and I was saying again, what was in your mind? Were you really confused or not is actually the bigger issue at play. The judge is speaking. The question before the court today is basically the question of the motion to strike, the defense. She's not talking about a different motion. She asked the lawyer if that motion should be resolved. And I believe Terrero's now talking. He says, no, I don't think it's premature. Yeah. Okay, they said, well, if we have to move to summary judgment for that issue, well, we might move to summary judgment as well. Okay, so we won't be able to take that to the judgment because discovery is about to close. And he's kind of explaining why he needs the discovery now. Oh, and now he says we might have to reevaluate if we can complete discovery in this case. Maybe the defense goes away. He understands the court's question. But if you order the discovery and the defense goes away, and then he says, well, they could come with a protective order, they could call him back, and that'll be the end of it. And he says, you know what, we could also wait until the motion to strike is decided, and then in summary judgment. And he says, and I don't think that's going to be their position. We need to move to summary judgment, and discovery is going to end. This case needs to be completed. He's talking again about where they could agree on, because then if they were to change the schedule around like that. I don't. He's talking about it being discoverable, the information in this sense. Let's wait for what the judge is saying. I don't get this guy. She's going to check everything. Oh, the court reporter is talking now. Wait, who's slipping in? The court reporter? She says, wonderful. You guys are the best. Thank you. She's turning to Ripple. Mr. Rathaway is going to take it to lead. I'm not. Gregory Rathaway from Ripple Labs. He was starting to talk, and he says, "Oh, sorry." He stopped talking now. Now he's starting again. No, he stopped again. He can't. Third time's the charm. Talk about the attorney-client privilege. He's talking about something from Bilzerian now. What's this? He says, I'm taking it that they're not arguing about disclosure. And if they are, blah, 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 Second Circuit. But he says, we're not dealing with any of those disclosures in some litigation. We're dealing with this in pre-litigation. The at-issue waiver argument deals only with the situation where the client has received legal advice from attorneys in litigation, and Ripple has not done that. He's basically saying that the SEC's side from wanting this information, so basically to break the client attorney privilege, is not good enough in this specific case. He's not talking about what the rules should be and how it could also turn basically around, because you might get the information, it might work exactly the opposite way of what you expected it to. And I would say a question that they also popped up here throughout the whole journey here, and it's also in my mind, is what if the SEC were to get this info? It doesn't necessarily have to work in their favor. So they're asking for something, they're overreaching, is kind of what they're calling it, and they don't even know if it's going to help them because they don't know what's said in that little discussion. He's now calling it a affirmative contention of the state of somebody's mind, this attorney-client privilege specific. That's okay. She's just asking people in the chat not to mute their phones because it's definitely quite annoying. Thank you, Your Honor, he says. He says it doesn't matter now if people think Xrp is or isn't an investment contract. It doesn't actually matter if our attorney does. Or if he told us that it was, or he told us that it wasn't, or he told us that it wasn't sure. It doesn't matter for the defense we're trying to make out. Instead, our defense is fair notice under opt-in. And the question of whether a person of reasonable intelligence could have known, and not on the thought that Ripple had. Referring to Upton case again. That this is not the same as in Upton, but it's some kind of deviation from it, or a derivative, whatever you use, some word. It's like a deviation from it, but it's close. He's not referring to how they... Wait. If they were investigated, this is the previous case he's citing, that if they were being investigated, and the Second Circuit says then that it's not enough if they were being on a close watch, that the advice they received is not the subject at this offense. He says, blah, 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 but I don't know why the advice from a lawyer would be any difference, or why they're concerned about what their state of mind was. Another case he refers to that is backed by. That case has qualified immunity. And this principle, if the law is not clear, it does not put legal advice, and he says that it does not put legal advice as the main primary part at issue. I didn't even eat, by the way. I didn't even finish my dinner because of you guys. Yeah, he's referring to a certain case number now, I'm assuming. Like 157. He does. Oh, he's citing a different a case, or sorry, maybe a number or something like that. And he says, I didn't refer to it before because he just now heard of the thing, but he wants to tell the judge so she can look into it. And he's given her the number for it. Offender's defense does require good faith. He's talking about good faith. He's putting up a big argument about good faith, and then referring to some different cases from the past. He says, in that specific case, we're talking about a hypothetical party, but not talking about the knowledge of an actual party. I think of what the judge said, like in the start. And with General Electric is the same analysis. Oh. Nobody's found a thing that in an opt-in case is the state of mind at issue. And you'd like to argue that. There's some huge sounds in the background sometimes, guys. Yeah, he again refers to Ripple as a market participant, and he actually agrees with disagrees with one of the SEC's opinions that they just showed, but I don't. He's saying now that whatever Ripple said, they could use as, again, that's how normal market participants saw XRP, again, how Ripple saw it in their state of mind. However, he's saying that that's not at issue. And because that it would the same thing would apply to everybody else in the market, right? Because they're just a market participant then. So they're inconsistent in seeking discovery. That's what the SEC says, and he says I don't think there's any inconsistency, and we have not at any time resisted discovery of our something. They have produced every document whenever they needed to. And he says the discovery they have kept from us, they keep from us, is way broader than what we keep from them. and discovery from them, as the court knows, and as your honor will, yeah, that's pretty funny. He's throwing the ball back at him. He's like, oh, we don't think we're holding anything back from you. They're holding a lot of stuff back from us, and even more. That's pretty funny. He says they might be, okay, so the state of mind might be relevant, but they're not at issue for the defense that Ripple has. So, yeah. I'm not exactly sure what he's saying now. He's talking about previous cases and how they compare and match up with this one. Of course, you can already get kind of what he's trying to say, right? He's trying to say why the state of mind of Ripple does not matter and is not really relevant. Well, actually, scratch that. It might be relevant, but it's not at issue here. And in previous cases as well, what they've noticed is that the conclusion was that whatever the SEC may want here, whatever they might think, also Ripple, whatever they might think, it does not matter. And they don't have to give that over because why would it matter? Why is it relevant? And again, relevant is kind of a key word there because relevancy, it might be relevant, but is it an issue relevant? You know what I mean? It's not irrelevant at all because, it can't be relevant is like something you might want to hear. But is it the relevant issue? Okay, my connection is kind of bugging. Okay, got it back. And he keeps going on about this good faith, good faith, good faith. Judge is coming in now? Basically an argument that the defense on this one would be the same for either Ripple and for the individual clients. But this man is actually only a Ripple attorney, not from the individual defendants. He says, I can't say. He says, it's not my decision to make. And he says it may never come to pass about the fair thing, which I just mentioned. The SEC hasn't met their burden or shown their burden that Ripple basically violated the law in good, that they wanted to violate the law basically, or knew they were violating it. He says it's the denial of their probable state of mind. And now he's referring to some other case. So we don't know what they're going to plead. We won't find it out till later. But to the extent that what they're going to argue, you can't prove a lack of intent because in 2013, 2015, 2017, violent litigation was filed. Nobody knew what the law required. No one knew what the law required. That would be over lack of our defense, perhaps. It would engage recklessness. I don't know what word. But it would not be a good faith defense. That's his end statement. Oh. That's the response to Your Honor's question, he says. She says, yes. By the way, guys, make sure you press that subscribe button if you are enjoying this content. I try my best, really. It's not as easy. He's not referring to a Herndon case from a long time ago. The Second Circuit McLean, the County of Erie case. Yeah, no, I don't know what he says about that one. Sorry, guys. He's referring to a different case. It should not be relevant. If you watch right now, comment diamond hands. Just comment it right now. If you're hodling Xrp still, put it down. Put it in the chat box. He says another. He's respectfully asking the honor to put a letter to the side because Ripple has not had the chance to respond to it just quite yet. He doesn't think it would be prudent of me to try to respond to that entire letter orally at this stage in the hearing. And he would, request the judge to kind of reply to that one when it's fully. Oh, judge, come in. She's asking him to go back a little bit. One of the questions he asked was to explain to her why you needed to test your position that was not fair notice, and that the SEC, the only way to test that is whether or not your own lawyers were telling you about what the state of play was. And I'd like you to state your response to the issue and give your arguments in response to my question. He says yes. He said he thinks the argument as to why. Let me try to unpack. It's going to be a big one. What I think I heard him saying was that if we influence the market in communications out there, then that necessarily will allow them to go back to see what advice we were getting from our lawyers to determine. It's not entirely clear to me, but what that would show. Because in the end, those statements made to the market. He talks so fast. About market perception and what they said, what they got. She's also stopping. She's stopping him. She says, I think what they're saying is what you are saying to the exchanges is fine. We are not a regulated security. You can trade us, etc. And therefore you are affecting the market price by putting that proposition into the market price. But at the same time, you are receiving counsel saying, no, you're a security. You should not be trading in this manner. Oh. So you might have been manipulating the market. And now somebody interrupted again, some random person with an annoying phone. She says, somebody's talking like freaking, I don't know, Mandarin or something like that. And somebody else is laughing out loud then. Hey guys, let's get to 5,000 likes. Let's see if we can get that right now. 5,000 likes. I think it's possible. There's 9,000 people watching. Make sure you press the like button. Okay, she's saying that Ripple's withholding a lot of information, question mark, right? That's what the SEC is saying, because they are trying to manipulate the market by just using partial info. And he says, as a response, obviously we're not revealing the privileged communication. Oh, he says even if the whatever they thought about it is before litigation, it doesn't matter. And he's talking about a Supreme Court decision in Salerno. That the He says whatever type of contradiction, the info that they might find in these privileged documents, it doesn't actually matter, even if it's contradicting Ripple's defense, because it's not at issue. And he says, even if the, he's saying now that it's far too broad. It's just like, it might help us out, so we want to see it. And he's saying, well, that's far too broad, and that's the privilege. Yeah, he's just basically he's saying it's a privilege, and it's far too broad. They're asking for something, but it's not going to be too relevant. So why? That's basically his point. He said, see, the judge says anything further. By the way, guys, if you are enjoying or you are appreciating or whatever, I provide crypto content every single day. Make sure you subscribe right now. Right? I think we can instantly get to 123,000 or so if everybody just subscribed, or 5,000 likes instantly if we press the like button. But do whatever you want. Just reminding you. They're saying now that the SEC didn't put the legal advice that Ripple received at issue. And he's quoting again from freaking Chipotle. He's even laughing himself now because he's one more. A party may not explicitly rely on advice from a single counsel. He's quoting something from that freaking lawsuit. And now he's reading from an opposition to the motion to strike. The October 24th memo supports Ripple's defense. And they redact what portion of it? About whether or not they should be redacted or not. Page 19 of the opposition. They explicitly say in the memo. And he says the very first statement that they make is not true and is wrong. They're saying that in this case, it doesn't matter. He doesn't want to quote because he doesn't know. He says it doesn't matter if believe. Oh, okay, the SEC is saying it doesn't matter if they believe it was an investment contract or not. Because in one of the very second paragraph, okay, he's basically making it look like the SEC now is turning around 180 degrees, just walking where the grass is greenest, to change it from it doesn't matter to it matters a lot, what Ripple thinks. Okay, he's basically arguing now that it's not that the SEC is not arguing a specific part of their defense because they could not win that one, and Ripple's not making that one because they could not make the argument. Whatever, not important. The judge is interrupting again. Oh, she cut out for a whole minute, so he has to reply. He's talking about a specific case again. It's not an issue here, though. They want to say County of Erie. County of Erie is the name of that one. Ooh, he's saying now if XRP being what they thought about XRPs being a security is relevant, SEC cannot answer if that question is actually relevant. Because if they knew, then they wouldn't be here. He's not arguing that they're relevant, that any documents are relevant, but they are relevant to their defense, is what he's saying. Not just because they, not, yeah. And he's talking about previous cases where you have to act in good faith. And there's no statute for the court to look at here, as in Chipotle, as to what the elements of the defense are. He says, but nobody knew what the law required, and he says that's not true. In 2012, they said you could be in security. There's Howie. There's we. He says it's completely unfair because of the point that they're saying nobody knew. Nobody knew. It's just completely unfair because they got so much advice. He says the question is, did they unfairly influence the market? And Ripple does not have a response to that. And the SEC side, I would say, is again saying that if they thought it was security and they got that information, then they're basically manipulating the market. Because if they knew and they were still giving it out, that's bad. Judge is talking now. SEC is interrupting. Jorge Terrell asked for an application to file something, a response, I think the 25th maybe? No, 20, yeah, maybe the 25th. And he said, without, what? We're adjourned. No conclusion? Wait, that was it? He just said, everybody's, what? What? He just says, I wanted to ask at the end of this little talk here, if I could, basically reply to something on the 25th. And then she said, yes, application granted. And then she says, yes, okay, meeting adjourned. That was it. So there's no conclusion at all, then, that is. What? What? What just happened? What just happened? Wait, give me a second here. What? Are they not going to come back, no? Was that it? Wait a minute. No. Really? Is that how it works? What? I'm a little bit confused. Is that how it goes? Is that the system? That was it. Okay, she says, the judge said she'll review everything and come back with a response as soon as possible. And then, click, she put the freaking horn on there. So damn. All right, we're gonna quickly read a little bit of a summary here for you guys. We're gonna quickly go over a little bit of a summary. We're gonna quickly go over a little bit of a summary. Yes, yes, yes. All right, let's use Rob as some reference. All right, so okay, let's see. First of all, Judge arrived because you guys want to get a little bit of a summary going, right? Say yes if you want a summary going on. I'll talk about exactly what happened and just summarize the entire event. So say yes, and I'll summarize right freaking now. All right. So the judge has read all the documents today. Once more, we're using Rob as reference. The judge has read all the documents today is for whether the defendants have lost their rights of lawyer-client privilege in regards to the memos. Let's quickly see. In regards to the fairness defense, the judge asked the SEC how it is that the SEC should have access to this information. Now, SEC says SEC refer to the Upton case in its defense for the information requested from Ripple. The judge then interrupts the SEC. The Upton case was different and not the same. These cases are different, and the judge clarified to the SEC what the Upton case was about. The SEC, they agreed with the judge. They say that Ripple says the SEC did not provide the necessary clarity in a timely matter. They submitted that their state of mind of confusion makes them win the arguments, and the SEC says that Ripple offers a good defense by using correct words. The SEC then, Ripple says that they want not only advice from their counsel, but they also wanted clarity from the SEC. Ripple is using the same quote-unquote trick as in the Upton case, and they say that at least 4 law firms offered Ripple clarity on what Xrp was. Again, what the status of Xrp was, because they asked, obviously, because, I mean, if you have a company that big, you have lawyers. Ripple got the advice from FinCEN what Xrp was back in the day. FinCEN, official FinCEN. The SEC. The memo correctly clarifies the legality of Xrp from the past. Ripple should have relied on their lawyers and gonna go with that. They should not have waited for advice from the SEC. And they also said that Ripple says that the SEC's action tells the market how to act. The lawyer disagrees. Ripple wants to say that what they are doing was okay. Once more, this is the SEC side of things, right? Because they were confused, and the judge asks question to the SEC, says that Ripple is using their defense because the issue was so vague. Ripple says that the law was too vague, and the SEC then argues that Ripple has said that if they show that there was confusion, they would win the defense. What is good for the goose is good for the gander. Yeah, he said that. The SEC says we agree that in regards to vagueness, then Ripple would win this. But Ripple is not using this defense. If Ripple received good advice and refused to follow it, then they would lose. That's also debatable, though, in my opinion. Then the judge says the fact of the fact-based record needs to be done does not show the state of mind of Ripple. They are arguing that the actions of the SEC has created the confusion. It is not clear to the judge how Ripple's state of mind on the question is relevant. The judge, an expert should have been able to say, based on how the market is right now, it should be this way. End quote. It is actually, quote, based on how the market is right now, it should be this way. End quote. The defense got this based on one, quote unquote, expert's opinion, but they should not rely on that expert because based on how the market is and what information they got from their regulators. And once more, the judge argues the defendant's state of mind should not matter. And the SEC says they agree, but he would urge the court to look at previous cases where, quote, state of mind, quote unquote, mattered. And I can already tell you guys, this is one point that the SEC made a couple of times. The state of mind matters. And Ripple's side of things actually went into that one a couple of times saying, no, it actually does not. Whatever the state of mind is, it doesn't actually matter. You know, because why would it? It's relevant, yes, but it's only for your part of your defense, but it's not the state of the issue at hand, basically, so it doesn't. And the SEC citing previous cases says they need a full record of the memos to see what their opinion was. The state of mind is important. The SEC then citing previous cases, it's not only what the government tells you, but what the experts tell you. Quote, confusion, end quote, should not be a valid for Ripple, or so I guess a valid defense for Ripple. The judge then questions the SEC. You say that Ripple is a market participant and that market participants' opinions are important. And so Ripple thinking should be important too. That's actually a really good part to kind of ask. Let's go on. Let's see what else we got here. Let's see what else we got. All right, let's give me a second. Let me see what else we got here. In terms of, I need to refresh everything. Give me a little second. So that is relevance. Let's see where we ended off. There's a lot of stuff to talk about here. The judge questioned the SEC. You said that Ripple is a market participant and that the market participant opinions are important. And so if Ripple think it should be important, the judge says if you already have access to the memos in question. Wait, I got the order. Let's see. I missed one maybe. Oh, they agree. Would like to quote the setting previous case. Judge. Oh yeah, Judge. If you already have access to the memos in question, you know what happened and what Ripple did. Why do you need further access to attorney-client privilege? This is what the thing was asking. And then, because of Your Honor, because of the fair notice argument. And the SEC says Ripple is now recalling some advice because it was helpful to them. Facts need to come out and everyone, including Ripple, will be happy. The SEC says why do we need more information? Because they choose what facts are good and discard the bad. Ripple is starting, now saying Ripple has not waived its client attorney privilege. The SEC is asking for a very broad waiver. Ripple has never mentioned the memo in this lawsuit, and the SEC is the one bringing it up. Based on previous cases, client attorney privileges should be kept. It does not matter if our attorney told us it was a security or not. Nothing of this matters to determine what Xrp truly is. Talking about vagueness defenses in the Upton case. Advice received from a lawyer is not subject to a fair notice defense. Ripple is a market participant. Their communications, internal/external, are relevant. Once more, this is coming from Ripple, citing previous cases in its defense. The SEC would like to argue then that they say that nobody knew if Xrp was a security, yet their lawyers knew. The judge says she will review every. Oh, that's actually later. Okay, we're missing one little point, guys. We're missing one little point. Ripple is citing previous case in his defense. No, actually, wait, that was it. The judge says he will review everything and get back to with a response as soon as possible. I think that's actually what we got. Or is there more? Should be more, right? No, that's actually what we got here, I think. Let's quickly see if we missed something. Did we miss anything? No, okay. That's the conclusion that he had right here. No, that's the conclusion that we had. Whew. So, in the end of things, it's really, once more, Ripple's side versus the SEC side. It's really hard to say if somebody's actually right in this specific case, because me listening to the SEC is like, that's pretty damn dumb. But when will the judge come up with a decision? It could be. Oh, by the way, I now only hear that my laptop is zooming. Sorry, guys, we'll take it a little bit further away. When would the judge come out with a verdict? It could be today, it could be tomorrow, it could be the day afterwards. It's usually within a week. Now, last time, I think we got it in I think about 1 week or so, right? So, again, expected to come out really soon from here. By the way, the chat is so backlogged, I cannot see anything that you guys are saying. It's so far back. Oh, that's crazy, man. Yeah, so conclusion, we have literally gotten nothing. And so, let me quickly see I think the price is going down right now. Yeah, it is. Maybe it's because we literally did not get a conclusion, and maybe people found Ripple's defense or something like that weak. I would say it's not that weak, but let's wait for some attorneys to come on in and explain their side of things. What I would say is, from my perspective, it looks pretty useful. No, let's say it differently. It looks pretty logical from Ripple's side to say that, hey, whatever you want here, it's relevant to your defense, okay, but it's not relevant because we didn't bring it up. It's attorney-client privilege, and, well, we might have shared that with third parties. That one is actually not really brought up in the case too much right now. But even then, whatever we thought about it doesn't matter. And the SEC side of things is what you thought does matter, and because you gave it to some of your clients. And that's actually something the judge picked out on as well. She noticed as well that, hey, Ripple had information, and they specifically used that to their clients. But what I'm kind of confused about is what type of information Ripple got. And when's the next court date? We'll see in a couple of days, most likely. We'll most likely hear the next court date soon. However, for right now, all we got is the little short wait period that most currencies. How can I say that, guys? That most currencies. That the judge is going to come down on her verdict soon. Guys, if you're watching right now, make sure you press the subscribe button, because everybody that's not subscribed right now, you should, right? It's definitely worth it. I provide crypto news specifically about XRP every single day. So if there's ever anything happening to the lawsuit, I'll definitely talk about it. And by the way, XRP is not down on its own. It's basically the entire market. I know. So I guess nothing here is actually happening in regards to the lawsuit. So the price is not moving according to the lawsuit, and we are buying the dip. When is the next court date? We don't have one just quite yet. We don't have one just quite yet. We'll get it pretty soon here. What happened? We got nothing. We got actually kind of nothing. It's Ripple side. It's both sides. But we did get no conclusion. We didn't get no interesting stuff, to be honest with you. So, yeah. You guys keep asking me when the next court date is. There's nothing. We don't got anything for right now. I tried my best, guys. I really, really tried my best. It was also not easy this time around. The connection was really bad for me. A lot of background noise in there as well. And just not that good, generally speaking. But, again, we tried. We got there. And hopefully you guys all enjoyed it, at least, huh? You're right, you guys are right. I still have my freaking food here with my freaking cutlery that took me, I don't know, 10 minutes to get. And it's cold as... It's cold as can be now. Let's quickly say, guys, there's no Ripple versus SEC hearing planned right now. So there's not one that you can actually refer to. We'll get some of them, but later. Because the SEC, I think, has already requested one again, but we haven't gotten it just quite yet. All right? So if you think about it, if you want to know about it, we haven't gotten anything just quite yet. We'll get it later. The SEC, once more, it's just a back and forth. It's not difficult to understand. Mr. Hogan said video will be coming tonight. Yeah. We'll definitely we'll definitely get some updates tonight from some lawyers. We'll definitely talk about that as we, move along. Most likely give you guys an update tomorrow. And if you want what happened, just wait for the video coming out later, all right? Let me quickly go over the donos just because you guys are really awesome, and so I have to tell him. Giovanni Rossetti came in with the $5. Frank XRP came in with the $5 saying, Judge got a fat bag. She packed our trip to the moon. Well, she didn't. She was actually really rational about things, not gonna lie. She actually put up the argument as well, like, hey, Ripple, how can you defend this? And how will we test all of that? I'm not exactly sure how she came up with the testing thing. Maybe that's been a recurring subject, which I didn't know about. Divine Light Games says with the $5, XRP Army, you can do this. It's a little messy, but we got it. Once more, it was really messy. I tried my best, but it was quite difficult. Oscar Valencia came as a supporter. Ryan Thomas came as a supporter. Gamer1975 says, started 56 minutes ago, Dusty. Okay. Lasse Hansa says, you're doing great, Dusty XRP, with 20 Danimark's krona. Slinky 1284 coming in says, I would just wait until later, see how it went. That's the smart thing. Scooby Sub says, here, grab a coffee while you are transcribing. It's not easy. It's really not easy. Crypto Patient coming in with the $2 says, good luck, have fun. And that was kind of the conclusion for right now. All right, so once more, make sure you are subscribed. There's an update coming tomorrow, and I'll make sure that you guys understand every single thing that's happening, all right? Do not fret, do not worry. If there's ever anything happening to XRP, I'll tell you. And once more, guys, right now I am trading it over on Bybit. We'll definitely make some quick trades later today, and I'll update you guys in a video, right? So we're definitely going to make some money tonight, most likely, and I will make a video, most likely, with what I'm doing exactly. So if you're wondering, use the link in that little box right there. You already know where it is. This is the link right there. It's what I'm using to trade, and you get a 25 XRP bonus. There's some other bonuses. You get up to $2,600 for free, which can turn into a freaking $130,000 for completely free. So you can check it out. Links down below. Was it a waste of time? 50-50. It's good to hear, but we did not get anything out of this. So from that perspective, yes, it was definitely stupid. We did not get any settlement. We did not even get a conclusion, so I didn't really like it. But the SEC, yeah. I mean, I would say the SEC here wasn't actually too strong. I think Ripple's defense, of course, is a lot stronger in this case, but the judge sided more on the SEC's end of things. For the Bybit, once more, how it works is if you deposit 500 XRP, I think you get 25 XRP for free, and there's 5 Ledger Nano X's which will be given away to people who deposit over 1,000 XRP. Whatever, man. Again, you don't have to do whatever you please. There's also some other bonuses, $2,600 worth in total. Just go check it out. Links down below. If you're from the US, make sure you use a VPN. And that was it for the stream here. We concluded everything. We got everything down. All I can tell you is just subscribe to the channel. It will be worth it. And if you enjoyed it, you can press the like button real quick. It doesn't matter anymore. We're done with the video anyway. So you could just do it if you want to, but you don't have to anymore. What an amazing day, though. What cool. We got how many people in? I think like 9,000 or something like that at one point. Who do you think is winning? It's really difficult to say. And somebody says that Chipotle was really strong. The Chipotle part is something I did not know anything about, so that's really difficult for me to also say here. The Chipotle, part of things. Buying dips, yummy. I'm buying the dip, guys. I'm buying the dip. I'm buying the dip. I'm buying the dip. Of course I am. Right freaking now. Of course, guys. You already know. But yeah, you can definitely leave. We have nothing else to say. I'll be making some other videos later today. All right, so no worries. I will make some other videos coming out. Let's quickly see what any attorney said on Twitter. John Dean, for example, let's quickly see what he said over on Twitter, if he did say anything at all. Hopefully. Attorney John Dean is also an attorney and the guy behind the motion to intervene. He did not say anything. And Jeremy, let's quickly see if he said anything. No, he also did not say anything. All right, so that was it for right now then. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed this. There's some videos coming out later today. If you're not subscribed, you're missing out. I keep telling you, you're missing out. We're all holding XRP. You already know it. And there's some videos coming out. We'll talk about everything. Guys, thank you so much for watching. See you guys again in another crypto video. And it feels strange to say goodbye to 5,000 people, you know, because it's crazy. Once more, if you want to get some crazy trades going on later, we're going to make some money together. I already tell you, use the link down below. It's Bybit. You'll see it, right? You see the link right there? We're going to use that one. If you use it, already a big advantage, free money. Check it out, and I'll see you guys again in another live stream soon.